It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously on the Chronicles of Celestria, the fires of Lava Crest cooled, not quenched, but steadied, as the echoes of battle faded from the council chamber. Dorian Emberforge lay still upon the stone, his false rule ended not with triumph, but with silence. Justice followed swiftly. Before the gathered Ironsworn, Councillors Dreng and Danvir were seized and arrested. Their protest fell flat as they were led from the hall. The price of their silence finally paid in chains. It was Myrtle who stepped forward, as, at the chamber's heart, Prince Edrin hesitated before the throne. The fallen crown lay between his feet, heavy with meaning. With steady hands and quiet resolve, Myrtle lifted the crown from the blood-marked stone and placed it upon his brow, not just with ceremony, but with the weight of what was to come. King Edrin Lavamantle rose to rule not in victory, but for responsibility. He ordered rest. The vault of the forge would be open at dawn. Until then, he offered the party aid. Gold, potions, even land promised to Zelentrus. With only one condition. Any relic tied to his family should be shown and returned to be seen by the crown. He agreed with Diego that they could take a single bag worth of goods from the vault of the forge. As the hall settled, the great doors opened once more. A half-elf entered, courteous, composed. Ollivander Brooks, an old friend of the crown, offered his services. At the king's request, he began preparations to preserve Emberforge's body, not for honor, but for answers yet to be taken from the dead. With the afternoon finally theirs, the party scattered through Lava Crest. Judge returned to the Firebrand Inn with a sending stone he'd picked off of Emberforge. Elirr, Sylas, and Zelentrus tested the black market. A visit that ended in raised voices, severed ties, hard truths shared, including a discussion about Aasimar heritage. Mirabelle and Diego found respite at the Hotspot Spa. Steam easing weary limbs as Diego entrusted Mirabelle with the discovery he'd recently made and carried all on his own. Ashira gathered Judge and guided him to the spa's healing oils and quiet waters where burdens were lightened, if only briefly. One by one, the others joined. Laughter returned. Glasses clinked. The city was allowed to breathe. Later, in the quiet, Judge asked Zelentrus for a promise that when the moment came, he would be allowed to do what must be done. Zelentrus agreed, and in turn spoke to the gods and to the stone. Beneath Lava Crest's restless mountains, the party finally slept. Dawn approaches, the vault awaits, and the forge remembers those who enter. This is episode 25, or 26, of the Chronicles of Celestria, Embers of Anarchy. We begin today with each of you feeling fresh, sprightly and rejuvenated, including you, Judge, who bathed in the hot oils at the spa. After spending the better part of your day getting refreshed and massaged, today you will all have a buff, which I am simply calling a spa treatment buff, which grants each of you a +5 to your movement speed for the next 3 hours. In addition, you all gain advantage on your very first dexterity saving throw today. So the next dexterity saving throw that you have, you get advantage on because you are feeling more limber and, I guess, awake and rejuvenated. Your reactions are back. So yeah, you all awake in the tavern. It's early in the morning, and you can hear what sounds like the bells in the distance as it's about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. You've all benefited from a long rest. The vault of the forge awaits you. What do you do?
Do I
Good
hear anything
morning.
back from... Oh, you go ahead.
Everyone feeling so good. I'm feeling so great, but unfortunately, I do think we need to do something not so great today.
It's that time already?
What is not so great about today? We're going into a vault and we get to fill a bag.
Well, if you put it that way.
So is everyone like ready? Should we like go have breakfast or should we like move on?
Well, I put something on the fire last night. I'm gonna have to check on that, but other than that, we can go.
Perfect.
Wouldn't it be burned by now?
You put something on the fire?
Well, potion brewing, you know?
Oh.
Oh.
Yep. And as you go over, Elirr, you see that there is a potion of healing, which appears to have a slightly orange glow to it. As you pick up the vial, it's warm. You're not sure exactly what this will do as you're experimenting with the new ingredients. However, I will tell you now, it has the healing effects of a healing potion and a little bit of something else, though you're not sure what. So yes, you have that, what I will call a fire-brewed healing potion for flavor. You got one of those. Zelentrus, as before you went to sleep, you spoke to Seraphine and Azulara. You wake with no response from either. The stone is also solid black. The normal non-glow that you would see.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not the shadow.
There's
Lord
just
of
no
Death
light to it.
that-
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So
what do you guys do? Do you head on out? Do you get some breakfast?
Not matching anyone else's eyes, Zell just catches Judge's gaze and just, considering what they said yesterday, just gives him a knowing look and a nod. To show that he will keep his side of the agreement.
Very nice.
Diego will inspire the group with a little jaunty song and spend a couple of minutes playing a tune while everyone gets ready.
I'd say that you
I
all
would like to
probably
invoke...
have food as well during this period. Because let's assume you have breakfast whilst this is happening. Maybe one of you goes and fetches this. Diego's playing this tune. Sorry, please continue.
No, that's okay. So I would like to invoke my 2 abilities so that everyone gets a little bit of a bonus for the day. The first one is my Inspiring Leader feat, which means that every single one of you will gain temporary hit points equal to... What level am I? 4? Yeah. You will gain 8 temporary hit points, all of you. I will not gain these. I will choose me as the person that doesn't. Because I can only have 6. No. Yeah, 6.
And that lasts all day.
Until used, yeah.
Perfect.
And also, because I am a bard with the musician feat, during a short rest when I play a tune or something along those lines, I get to give out heroic inspirations. So today, I will give a heroic inspiration out to Judge, bearing in mind where we are going. I think he's going to need it. I automatically get one myself. And then I'm also going to give one to Zelentrus for today.
What do they do again?
It's basically a free reroll.
Okay.
One free D20 reroll.
Very nice feature. Perfect. Yes. So both yourself, Zelentrus, and Judge all have this heroic inspiration. So a free reroll on a D20, and all of you, aside from Diego, get that. Is it plus 8 hit points?
8 temporary hit points.
8 temporary hit
So
points.
if you gain temporary from something else, you will have 8 or the other, whichever's the greater. They don't stack.
Perfect. And after you guys had some food, you all sat down. Diego's played you a tune. You're feeling refreshed. I imagine it's probably on the house, so I'm not going to ask for any coin from anybody as they give you some food. You can feel there's an atmosphere in the tavern, whoever it was who went to get food, you can feel there's an atmosphere in the tavern of a bit like a sigh of relief. There's almost like the weight has been lifted, and it appears like most of the merriment in sort of the tavern, it's only just starting. Maybe today's a day of celebration, you're not sure. But do you guys head on out? Where do you go? Do you head to the vault?
Do we have any business around the city yet? Or look straight to the vault? Judge? You go?
I have no other business to go other than the vault. I'll look for Hildegard, as she did promise to help us get inside the vault, and even with all that, is she in the tavern? Is she in the main area waiting for us?
Myrtle is nowhere to be seen.
Okay. Assume she's at the vault then.
As
I
we
have-
walk through the
Go ahead.
city, or like as we're walking wherever we're going, I just want to make sure I can keep an eye out on anyone I think looks a bit suspicious,
Okay, yeah.
or any birds, crows, or whatever.
I will take you guys to the Lava Crest map here, where you guys have just stepped outside the Firebrand Inn. And do you rent a cart? I will tell you now. The Vault of the Forge is obviously up here. You'd probably be able to get
Yeah.
dropped off on this side of the bridge here.
I will purchase a cart for
Perfect.
us.
It'd be
I'll give the person a single gold instead of, I don't have silver on me, so I just hand
perfect.
off a gold.
Yep, that covers you for the day. So you're more than okay.
Super quick question, and we don't have to RP this.
Mhm.
I'm happy to have said that I've done this. Are there any jewelers nearby?
There
where we're
are.
at?
There are.
Could I have said I snuck off for like 10 minutes during breakfast and went and spoke to a jeweler about creating a piece of jewelry or two pieces of jewelry from one item?
Absolutely, yeah. What would you
So
have
like
done?
breaking it off and making it into. So the amber
splitting
stone
one
that I
into two.
found. Yeah, so the stone that we found, me and Mirabelle found in
Little Rock. Hmm.
Little Rock, thank you. I would like to break into two separate items,
Mhm.
and I would like to make them into two necklaces.
Okay. He would probably charge you because you've given him the stone. It would just be for the gold. I
Mhm.
imagine it would be probably. I'm going to be fair here and say, as it has no magical property, it'd be about 5 gold
Mhm.
pieces for the two
Each?
for both. It's basically
Great, yeah,
it's basically a chain
give him the
with
5.
the stone that you put in.
I leave the stone with him, and I'll come and collect it later.
Perfect. As he sort of nods to you.
Do you do that? Not role playing it, but do you do that? Do you mention to the group that you're doing that, or
No.
do you just sneak off?
I
Okay,
would just say, I'll be back in 10.
Okay, so you don't mention
then
you're
I
going to a
discuss.
jeweler specifically.
No.
It would have been directly opposite. So the markets are just outside the Firebrand Inn. If you look on the
Cool.
bottom left here, so it wouldn't have been too far. So you would have met someone there who could do it for you. So you probably did it before you got in the cart. But yeah,
Yeah, and then I've left it with them, and I'll collect later today.
perfect. Yep. As you guys head down towards the Vault of the Forge, you arrive at the base of the bridge. It's early in the morning, and the 5 of you find yourselves, or sorry, the 7 of you find yourselves standing at the base of the bridge. Ahead of you, you see what appears to be iron-sworn guards dotted along the edges. Ashira, as you were keeping an eye out, there didn't appear to be any suspicious-looking people on the road. This whole area is sectioned off by iron-sworn guards. You would have been allowed through. Quite a lot of them would have been blocking basically the road up to this point. But you would have been allowed through as you're all basically invited to come here. And as you're dropped off, you walk up and you start to see iron-sworn guards on either side stretching along. Ahead of you, you see at the top of the bridge, as the bridge sort of stretches out before you, it's a span of sort of black stone suspended over this churning sea of magma below. From either side, you just see these embers, this heat rolling upward in heavy waves, warping the air as you walk across this bridge. Ironsworn line the bridge at even intervals on either side, armor gleaming dully in the volcanic glow below. None of them speak, none of them move. They stand almost like sentinels. not to bar your passage, but more to witness what's taking place. At the far end of the bridge, you see beneath the mountain, right next to this massive gate with two large figures on either side, you see King Edrin, Lavamantle, Myrtle at his side. The great doors beyond them are sealed with twin slabs of rune-etched stone. You can see that it's sort of fused shut with what looks to be not just old age, but maybe magic or fire. It looks like it's been completely fused together, almost like the melting of metal. It's obviously been like this for some time. A ritual circle is carved into the rock at the base of their feet, and it's dormant, waiting. As you guys step on up, if you'd like to move your tokens as you'd like, there's a crack in the bridge, as this bridge has obviously been here for some time and it's seen some wear and tear over the years. The Ironsworn guards sort of testing it, almost like making sure it's safe for you to cross. But yeah, as you make your way up, you arrive to Prince Edrin, who sort of steps forward, this time not hesitating. With a sharp breath, he draws a blade, and you all see this as he sort of nods to you all, takes a blade to his hand and just slices across the palm of it. Blood begins to drip onto the circle below. You see that the whole rune circle beneath him begins to glow. The rune ignites. Lights on either side of the tunnel flare. The torches go bright. You would see that white hot binding that's holding these two doors together begins to sort of sizzle and steam as they sort of melt apart. And as it does so, as the doors begin to glow, you feel like the magma below you begins to shudder itself. The mountain rumbles. It then begins to crack open and part. Then the heat hits you, bursting from the door. A blast of furnace air roars outward as the doors grind apart, stone screaming against the stone. Lava surges somewhere deep within the mountain, and for a heartbeat, the lava crest itself seems to tremble. The vault of the forge is open. All right. As he begins to wrap his hand in a bandage. That's your first door. Welcome, friends. As promised, I've granted you entry to the Vault of the Forge using my blood. Myrtle here has parting gifts for you, which we've collected from the healers and the clerics. Please, take some potions with you. You'll need them. As he steps to the side. Myrtle looks to each of you and extends out a bag. There are 2 healing potions for each of you. As there's a total of 14 regular healing potions. In addition to this, there is also a small pouch of gold. Can I have, please, somebody dedicate someone to roll how much gold you receive here? Who would like to be the
My rolls
person?
are always really good, guys.
All right, Zell, congratulations. Can I have you roll, please? 12 D10s.
Cool. I will do... Because I can just click it, I'll do 2 6s.
All good.
32, 36 for 68 total.
68. You each receive 68 gold pieces. You each receive 68 gold pieces. As you receive these pouches, the king looks at you. That's just part of the wealth that Ember Forge was trying to steal from the city. You're free to take anything you can from the Vault of the Forge. My only request is that you're honest about what it is. If you show me first, if it's a relic of my lineage, my family, my heritage, or perhaps something I should know about, I trust that you'll bring it forward. Beyond that, anything you find in there is yours to keep.
King,
Edrin, yes.
you said no. You said that we need the potions.
Aye.
What do you mean by that exactly? What should we be expecting in there?
All I know, all I've ever known of the Vault of the Forge is that it will test you. You'll find what you're
You're-
looking for, I'm sure. If you find anything that I should know about, I trust you to show me as well. But long ago, the Vault of the Forge and what I'd known of it was that it was a trial location for the Lava Mantle line to go through to prove that they were loyal to the gods that we serve. Perhaps they tend to test you and trial you as he looks to you, Judge. Perhaps you're meant to be here. But my work is done. If you'll need anything from me, you'll know where to find me. I've got a new chair after all. On top of that, Ollivander has balmed the body of Emberforge. He will be ready for questioning once you return. Is there anything I can do for you?
Are you not wanting to come yourself to see what is in your own vault?
As far as I'm concerned, it's not my time. I have people I need to answer to. People who have questions. Perhaps I'll venture in, but today is not that day.
Right, well, do you think you'll be sticking around, or are you Myrtle? Will you stick around here on the bridge?
Myrtle, would you like to stay here? I suppose I could, but really I should be helping the king. I've just been given a new role.
I just have an odd feeling.
They'll
I
be
want to
watching.
do this.
They'll be watching the. Don't worry. They'll be watching the bridge. We'll have our army out here, but I need to go and deal with the Ironsworn politics. There's some indecisive minds who are a bit uncertain.
All right, what is that guard called over there, the nearest one?
Oh, don't you know him? That's Carlo. As the guy here on your left is
I
Carlo.
was pointing at the other one.
Oh,
Like, I know Carlo. I was the other one.
oh, that's Tig. That's Tig. Aye, yeah.
Oh, you made it then.
Yesterday. Aye.
Well, this is weird, but just in case something does go wrong on this side, and she activates the telepathic communication with him.
Yep.
And I guess Carlo as well, because I can do two people.
Okay.
For the next 1d4. Whoa. For the next 4 hours, you will be able to speak to me in your brain. If you think about it, I will hear it and I can respond as long as we're within 1 mile of each other. Just in case something goes wrong on this side.
All right.
You know, I don't know. I have a weird feeling. Don't question it.
So can you hear what I'm thinking now then? He
Yes.
raises an eyebrow.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
Your lips are not moving, but I can hear you. All right. Cool. This is odd. As he nods to the king, and the king looks you all. Lava Crest is in good hands. They won't get near you. The Vault of the Forge is yours and yours alone. Nobody steps foot in this city until Talon are rooted out.
I walk up to Myrtle, and as I'm just gonna get ready to walk in at this rate, and I'll just look at Myrtle and go, "Is there anything you want out of the forge? Or anything you know of that I can grab for you while I'm in there?"
Judge, I just tell me if you see the forge. Her forge. Her anvil. Hildegard's. It's said that it rests in there, and that you'll know. Just tell me about
Can
it,
make
will
that
you?
happen. I will.
And Judge, as she puts her hand, sort of trying to reach your shoulder, but it's more like your upper arm, because she's shorter than
Yeah.
you. Good luck in there.
Thank you.
Take
We'll
care.
be fine.
May Hildegard bless you always, as she steps aside and bows her head.
I will start heading in,
Perfect.
and I will beckon for Diego to come up to me.
As he beckons me, thinking about Talon and thinking about vaults, I go back and think about Sylvanethal's vault and how easily it was to apparently get within it. What I want to do is, there's so much light here and there's pockets of darkness. Is there anywhere where the light doesn't seem to appear as it should? What I'm trying to say is, if someone was perhaps invisible, stood in a pocket of darkness where light would shine, is the light is being blocked from where it would potentially go because of an invisible person stood there? I'm trying to see if there's any abnormalities within this area.
Can I have a perception check from you, please? And I'll allow it at advantage because you've got so many allies around you who are also looking in this direction.
Nice. At 19.
With a 19, you look around. There are pockets of shadow, sort of underneath, between the door and the statues, basically, where they're sort of shaded from the light of the lava around you.
It'd be the best spot for someone to stand if they're invisible.
But
so that's.
You don't see anything. You also don't notice with the 19, there doesn't appear to be any footprints. There doesn't appear to be any person in this vicinity.
Yeah, no,
nothing,
no, like
nothing
messes
suspicious.
in dust, like no ash being blown or anything from where someone stood. Cool.
No.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, I'll walk up to Judge. Just give him a nod.
I will place my hand on to Diego, and I'll just
oh dear,
just quiet enough for me and him to hear. You were the first friend I've made in this group. Make sure you stay alive. And he'll feel warmth as a radiant light goes from Judge's hand, and I'm gonna cast Protect from good or from evil. Protection from evil and good onto Diego. It lasts, and as I say this spell, it's almost like I'm saying a prayer as well to Hildegard, as in like, protect this man, like do not let harm befall on him. And I know it's only lasts 10 minutes, but my hope is saying this to Hildegard, she would maybe take it more seriously and actually protect him.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, so you feel this light on your shoulder, Diego.
Here. No, okay. You're too big guy. I'll give him bardic inspiration.
Is anyone else?
And then I teleport 30 feet away and go invisible because I've given him bardic.
Are you out on the lava now, just floating? No. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Is anyone else doing anything in this period of time before you head into the vault? As the door is open and the heat is still escaping from it, you can see almost like the air is fizzling out.
Considering how she went down in the previous fight and got very up in the kind of nitty-gritty of things, Zel will put a hand on Ashira's shoulder and say, "You'll do fine today," and passes over a bardic to Ashira.
Perfect.
What is it with you and Diego putting hands on me and it makes me feel better?
It's something we learned in bardic training. It's
What can I
it's a
say?
way with words. It's a way with words that we have that really brings out your inner spirit, an inspiration of sorts.
I'm already stepping through the door.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm stepping
Elirr.
into the vault.
Yeah, I was wondering how long this whole procession took. If I could have done a ritual, but I probably should have said that.
You know what? You probably would have had some time to at least start one. What are you trying to do?
Would like to do the detect magic.
Detect magic?
Ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say that you managed to do it. Maybe you started at the beginning of the bridge. This has been a bit of a scene that's happening, some conversations passing by. What is it you're looking for in particular?
I mean, the hell?
It just naturally picks up some elements when you're walking past things, correct?
Yeah, it lasts 10 minutes, and I within 30 feet. Let me just put it in the chat.
As you reach sort of the precipice here, where the rune and the sigils are and everything else, and the king. The rune itself has a lot of magic coming from it, and it appears to be divine in essence or celestial of some description. The flames on the door, which lit up as the blood filled the rune, also shares that same. And what you feel is the whole wall in front of you consists of this same celestial type energy, and there's now a break in it for you guys to step through. It's almost like this would have been a celestial energy or divine energy sealing that whole thing there. Can I have a history check from you, please?
Perception?
History.
History, sorry.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, with a 28. Elirr, you read about something called the Mantle Sigil, which was a ward of protection created by Lava Mantle. Thoric Lava Mantle. This divine energy appears to be very similar to what was described in that book, in the library here, and the Stone Library of Lava Crest. I will ask Sylas and Mirabelle, are you doing anything before you walk in, or are you following everyone into the depths here?
Just observing and seeing what happens.
Perfect.
Quick question to Diego. What's your AC?
My AC's fine.
Okay. In that case, I cast Mage Armor on myself.
Perfect. Very nice. And
It's
Zelentrus.
14.
Does Elirr say that stuff about the gate kind of out loud, even if he's mumbling it to himself?
Yeah, I'm mumbling that to myself for sure. Like
Zal-
I'm in general looking around, like as we're going in, like for traps and anything, and I guess even after the magic falters. But yeah, I will kind of notice that and remember about the book specifically, and yeah.
Zell
Mumble
suddenly
that.
remembers the idea of celestial powered gates, etc., and turns to the king very quickly and just says, "You need to fix your sewer grates."
I noticed on the way out the other night, but thank you for reminding me. How did you...
That was it. I just...
You see that there's a puzzle on his
You don't wanna
face
know.
as he turns around. He's almost like curious how you've done it. But as you guys step through, you go down some stairs. And now I take you through to one of the largest maps which I have personally created. Welcome to the Vault of the Forge. As you guys step in, as you descend into the vault, you reach the bottom of a stone staircase. Before you, on either side, are statues which hold out small braziers of fire and... not braziers, braziers of fire and lava-looking coal. As you step forward, you see ahead of you is a brazier with what looks like coal, still slightly aflame in some magical way. And above it is a big sphere floating, almost like swirling around, large enough to probably fill this room, at least the floor of this room, floating above it, suspended in this magical ball is lava. At the gate, opposite you, you see a door. A large door, a volcanic stone, which it looks like it's got what appears to be two statues on either side of it. The colossal doorway appears to be carved directly into volcanic rock. Two towering statues loom on either side. Can I have a history check, please, from anybody who wants to try and figure out who these are? Judge, you will only need to use for the one on the left.
Oh, well. I'm not gonna waste a bardic yet. Or should I? No, I'm not gonna waste a bardic yet. That's okay.
Okay. Is that everybody? Is anybody not rolling?
I will.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
So we had an
Sorry.
11 from Judge, a 21 from Elirr, a 17 from both Mirabelle and Ashira, a 6 from Zelentrus.
I could hear the music twice, and I was like, "Why the hell can I hear it twice?" And then I realized I had Roll20 open twice.
You're all
I was
good.
like, "This is
You're all
tripping me
good.
out." It was a history one, yeah.
History, correct. Silas,
Yeah.
are you rolling here as well?
I am not rolling because I have no idea what these people are.
Perfect. And a 16 from Diego. All right, those of you who rolled above a 15, which was the DC, so it's everybody apart from Zell and Judge, you recognize the figures as the gods Gyric on the left, the goddess of the god of creation and invention, Gyric, and on the right, the one that Judge recognized immediately is none other than Hildegard, goddess of the forge. Each of them holds out what looks to be a brazier similar to those that line the hall, lit with fire. You would also see that next to these two sort of statues where you have Gyric with his hands outstretched in this sort of internal invention, looking like he's created something or discovered fire himself, and Hildegard, who's got her hammer poised mid-strike to hit the fire, you would see that between them, this molten lava flows in this suspension like a living seal, suspended in place with what appears to be ancient magic above this unlit but glowing brazier. Next to them and along the door, you see are gears, pulleys, and levers that line the frame. Intricate, precise, and potentially unforgiving. At the statue's feet, dwarven runes glow faintly. I'm going to ask, can anybody read what the dwarven runes say?
Use a spell slot. Deb, this is the moment to use a spell slot. I know what spells you got, bro.
But I have to use the ritual again. Like, it takes them 10 minutes.
This
gonna
whole
mention, like,
area feels like magic. Everything in here, the rock that you're standing on, the ceiling that's above you, I'd say it's about 10 foot high, but it feels like the whole thing, Elirr, every surface, it's almost like it's a box that's protected by this radiant magic. Like it was forged for this.
We see the runic, the dwarven runes you said.
Mm-hmm.
If no one can read it, I might take 10 minutes while you guys try figure stuff out, but I could read it in 10. And I sit down and
You begin to sort of comprehend
language.
Perfect. What do the rest of you do in this
Can you
time?
DM, I
Do you
just want
only
to
have it
remind
as a
you.
ritual, or?
Only have it in the. I don't have it as an activated spell.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I can cast it with a spell slot. I need to check actually. Sorry.
Yes.
Like, you guys go on. I'm gonna check quickly.
Trotsky.
Is anyone? Cause my token says I have 36 hit points.
Oh, these are
that
not
might
the
be
updated
just
tokens.
me. Probably
These-
not. It's
these-
okay. Well, probably just for me. It's probably not mine, but it's okay. Knowing. Oh, hello. Knowing. Because I've been worshiping Hildegard for some time now, and I worked at the temple.
Mhm.
Was there anything in my training that would have maybe give me a gleam of what possibly these runes would mean? Is it something more religious in nature, as in like specific for them, or is it just a random
You can't tell what it says, but you recognize that some of them were on Hildegard's forge in the glitch or visions that you have had previously. One or two
Okay.
of the words look similar, but you're not sure what they mean.
You said that there's like gears and
Mm-hmm.
like pulleys that are within. These are all, just so I understand correctly, down the sides of the room. There are 4 individual statues
Correct.
with plaques at the bottom of them. Are all the statues identical, or do they look different?
They look dwarvish, but they look pretty much the same.
Identical.
Yeah.
Okay. and each one has a plaque. Do any of the plaques look like they say the same things? Like, are they matching ones,
so what
or
you
are
would
they all
notice,
different?
what you would notice is that
Just on the script.
Yes. So what you would notice is that the first one, so the one at the top left and bottom right, they have the same plaque, and that continues throughout. So the first two have one, the second two have one, the third two have one, and they match. So, for example, this one here is the same as this one here, plaque and everything. This one here is the same as this one, but different to the first one.
Okay.
It's like a word. It's almost like if you were to read it the whole way along, it says something.
And it says the same thing both sides.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. And just so I understand correctly as well, you said that the two statues of the gods, one looked like he was holding it as if he'd created fire, the other looked like they were hammering fire, which is understandable based on what we know of the gods. And then in the middle, there's one bit that I missed. So there's a brazier in the middle, and then I also heard something about lava.
Correct.
Where's the lava?
So there's a brazier that's unlit at the bottom. This part here.
Yeah.
Suspended above that is a large sphere with circling magma or lava held within inside it.
Okay.
It's magically suspended. It looks like if it was to be released from this, it could cover the entire room.
So that's the trap. Okay, so if we get this wrong, the floor is lava, guys. The floor is lava. Okay. I've played this game many a time as a child.
Just for the meantime, Sylas would probably ask other people like, are these gods, these statues? Because he wants to know. He never has been into a temple or anything, so he wouldn't recognize them from that. But he's trying to learn. So we just happening in the meantime.
So he's asking everyone else, yeah.
Yeah.
Whilst this kind of 10 minutes is going on, could I investigate how the gears seem to be connected, how they work, what they're kind of connected to specifically?
Can I have anybody who is looking at this, I will say except for Elirr, who's focused on this ritual, anybody who wants to sort of look to what they might see ahead, it would be an investigation if you want to see how things could work, or perception if you want to scope out the room, one or the other in this 10 minutes.
Anyone?
I think because me and Sylas roll so bad, I think I'm bringing Sylas over to the statue and going, this is Hildegard, goddess of the forge. This is the one I've been worshiping, and then the one over there is Giric, who I guess from means and matters is the one who created me, things like that. And I'll just kind of go through what I know of both of those guys.
Oh, so she's your mother. Oh.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, I guess you can say that.
Okay. We've had a 21 from Zelentrus on an investigation check. The other people doing investigation was only Ashira, who did a 16 as well. We had perception from Judge, Mirabelle, Diego, and all of you were below a 12. And Mirabelle with a 3. Yeah, you were definitely below a 12. So 12 was the DC, so you don't see anything. You see the room, but you don't see anything else other than what was sort of ahead of you. You can see gears and cogs. What you would notice, and I'd say all of you can see this, there appears to be one large lever in front of the brazier here. It's the one that you can see on the map here. And it looks like it's ready to be pulled. I would say with an investigation check, Ashira with a 16, you can see it appears as though it links in some way to the door, and the cogs on the door appear to be the same color or make, maybe material-wise, as the lever itself. Maybe the door is connected to the lever. That's what you've sort of taken away from it. Zelentrus with the 21. It looks like if you will need to pull the lever at some stage to activate this door. That is what you can get from it. It's got yeah, go on.
I have a hunch, and I'm not 100% sure about this by any means, but I'm wondering if we have to light the brazier, and only then do we pull the lever. I mean, this is the first stage. It can't be the most complicated puzzle, but I would imagine maybe that's what we have to do.
I'd like to know what they say first, though.
Of course.
Elirr, hurry up!
And after this period, Elirr, you can now comprehend languages. As you complete your ritual and you stand up, do you look at the text?
Yes, I try to read read the language.
At the
What's written?
statue's feet, the dwarven runes glow faintly on both sides. It reads, "To enter, forge a bond of creation."
I read that out loud.
What it says in the hall is "forge a bond of creation" from the statues.
Ah. So like water and fire make, or water and lava make earth?
Wait, is a bond not just like a bonfire? No.
I got
Um,
oil, if that helps.
DM, I've spent time with Hildegard. Can I insight check what Elirr just read and see if I can glean what maybe she's probably, because again, I spent time with her. I would kind of understand the way she speaks. Maybe some more of the meaning.
I will allow you an insight check at advantage.
Thank you.
Based on the knowledge.
Could it have
17.
something to do with the fires of creation that one of these are holding?
17 insight.
What you insight, so what you glean with this,
Mm-hmm.
Hildegard, and it would almost be like a history check, but I'm going to allow insight. The way that Hildegard spoke often was in collaboration with Giric. That your being, in some way, and everything that she knew about creation and what she was doing was through the teachings of Thistledown. Her closest ally, her closest student was that of Giric, the god of creation and invention.
Yeah.
What if
I'll reiterate that to everybody.
What if two of us got a torch each, and two of us gained the fire from the statues, and together, bonded, as friends, or whatever, we put fire in the brazier?
I agree.
Based off of what Zell was basically saying, and what you have just told us, Judge. It seems like,
Makes sense.
We should probably have someone on standby then for the lever, just in case we need it for something.
Oh, yeah, I think we need to pull the lever once the fire's in the brazier.
I will volunteer on the lever. It looks ready.
I'll take one of the
Okay.
I'll take one of the fires. Judge, do you want to take Hildegard's and I'll take Garrick's?
Sure, get it. I'll do what was told.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
You
what
tell
do
me
you
when.
I take Garrick's fire and I put it in the brazier.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
It
Look for
flickers.
Hildegard's.
It also flickers, and as it does so, before you do anything, Diego, as you have your hands on the lever, the magma cools above you. It looks like it settles gently down to the brazier and sort of melts into the fire. It's now a seeming pool of magma on this table. What you notice is that on the door, lava begins to curl up either side in the integrity. As it goes around, you see the cogs turning, and you hear a clunk in the lever. What do you do?
I'm waiting for Judge or Zell to give me the nod. I'm just holding on.
Go for it. Pull it.
Oh! And I pull the lever.
As you pull the lever, you guys manage to unlock the door as it opens. And what you see is above the door, written in common, so all of you see this, is a message that simply says, "Creation begins with intention."
Oh, it doesn't say friend. Okay.
I walk through the door.
Perfect. Yeah, as you guys made it through your first room. Congratulations, no one's dead. Let's go. Cool. Okay. As you guys step through, the chamber opens wide, revealing a grand hall, a forge that seems frozen in time. At its center stands a massive anvil, unmarred, uncracked, surrounded by ancient tools and half-finished weaponry. They appear to be left exactly where they are, just abandoned on the floor. The walls are alive with murals around you as pictures cover the walls all the way around you. Paintings, tile work to create these murals. As you look at them, you see the walls are alive. It's got pictures of gods and dwarves working side by side. Moments of creation etched in stone and soot lining the walls around you. The air in here feels heavy. Around the edges of the floor, about a foot or so below this platform, is lava, which it's not crackling. It looks almost like it's semi-cooled, but it's still very hot in here. And it feels heavy, not just with that heat, but with expectation. A faint tremor ripples through the floor as something else shifts. Standing next to this anvil, you notice alive, or at least animated, is a suit of armor that stands warily, a greatsword in hand. What do you do?
Could I investigate whether this is a construct or a humanoid or whatever?
Absolutely. Yeah, if you want to do an investigation check.
That's a 9.
With a 9, it appears to be a construct. With a 9, it appears to be a construct.
What the hell do we do here?
And
That thing looks
Did you-
dangerous.
did you say there was weapons on the floor, or is that just what the map looks like?
There are half-finished weapons littering the floor. You have daggers, you have maces, you have polearms, sickles, short swords, rapiers, everything in between. Basically martial
Okay.
weaponry.
But he's
And is
carrying.
his weapon
He's carrying
Yeah.
a greatsword.
and his is finished?
His is finished. But he's standing watching you. Or pretty much
Are
inanimate.
there any other great swords on the floor?
There are quite a few.
Sylas, you seem to know how to use an anvil. Maybe make some of these swords. And
Wait.
The anvil does his job. I'm not doing anything. But
Maybe you
Yes,
use
Diego?
your anvil to smash on that anvil on a sword.
so I have to pick up my anvil to.
Perhaps,
the-
I don't know.
I-
How do you normally do it?
I pull out my hammer.
Uh-huh.
And I place it onto the anvil in front of me, in front of the construct. And before I let it go, I just look to the construct and I say, I have a weapon forged by the gods themselves. Let us pass, friend.
As
and I'll let it
you,
go.
so you're putting it onto the anvil.
Why don't we use
That's what he
something not
said.
as.
That's what he said.
Do you drop it on the anvil?
Yes, I said I was gonna do it. I'm gonna put it on the anvil, and I'm just gonna look to the construct and
As
say,
you
"Let us pass."
as you put it on the, as you see, you say this, nothing happens, and as you place the hammer on the anvil, he begins to pull his greatsword up as if to strike you. What do you do? Do you do anything? I'll give you a 6-second reaction here.
If it looks like he's about to attack, I will pick the
wait.
hammer back up.
As you pick up the hammer, he brings his greatsword down to his side.
I pick up one of the half-finished weapons and I put that on the anvil next.
What type of weapon?
A great sword.
A greatsword? Okay, yeah, you put the greatsword on. He remains
Oh,
motionless.
In the meantime, does anyone else have an idea? Like Elirr?
Well,
Well-
while they're doing that, I would like to just study the murals
Perfect.
around us.
Can I please
I got
have
any murals.
a history or investigation check from you, please, on these murals that you're looking around at?
28.
Jeez, these rolls. I'm going to stop asking for history. This is nuts. The DC was an 18. As you look around, you see what appears to be a weapon being forged. There is what looks like a bunch of laughing dwarves hammering at an anvil, having a good time. What you would notice with the 28 is there is 6 different pictures, murals, 6 different stages. With a 28, you would see that there is, this appears to be referencing the creation of a legendary weapon of some sort. Something was created here. The mural that you most notice is the one in the center that has what looks like 3 different strikes hitting the blade with a hammer on an anvil that you notice in this room.
So Elirr, what did you see?
Well, there seems to be stages of creation similar to this anvil, I guess.
Okay.
And this central one here has looks like as if they're striking that weapon with hammer.
Is it 3 people all hammering?
Sorry.
It's 3. It's the sword being shaped, but it's hit 3 different times until it's made complete. What you would also notice, Elirr, is the final one shows that the weapon that is created has a magical sort of effect around it.
Yeah, so it looks kind of like 3 different type of strikes, and as if the last one's almost magically infused.
Now that Elirr is making this known, I think Judge is reminded of a vision he had way back when he first met these guys of dwarves laughing around him. Does it look similar? Does his moral look similar? And because he looks at an anvil with a half-broken blade.
What you notice, and this is something which Elirr would have seen, there appears to be these dwarves laughing around in a circle, and a hooded figure in the center with these. Judge, it looks eerily similar to this glitch from way back in Sylvanthal. You recognize the faces.
So I saw that blade. I saw a blade in that vision. Can I look to see if any of these blades look exactly like the blade I saw in that vision?
You can. I will allow a perception check or investigation at advantage, because you know what you're looking for.
Awesome. Nat 20 for 24.
Nat 20 for 24. There is nothing that matches it 1-to-1.
Right. Was there something that is close?
The closest thing was a longsword.
And that's the one that Zell has placed on there.
Zell has picked up a great sword, which is a 2-handed weapon.
Okay.
Is there a hammer in here? Not a weapon hammer, but a hammer for...
There's a
hammer.
Anvil, right? There is a hammer on the anvil.
I think that if we take one of these weapons, has Judge said out loud the longsword part? That the longsword is the one that
I would say the longsword, I remember.
If we take the longsword and we hit it at least once, twice, maybe a third time, I don't know how long in the construction this is. Maybe it only needs a final hit, but maybe we have to finish the job with the right weapon.
I would assume. I would assume so.
It's your vault and your forge, Judge.
I think it sounds right to me. 3 hits on a blade. Yeah.
I will pick up the longsword that I thought that looks oddly similar to the one, not exactly, but at least the closest to what I saw in my vision.
Yeah.
And I'll place it onto the anvil, and
currently there's a great
remembering.
Sword on it.
Okay, I'll remove the great sword off, put the longsword on, and then as I put the longsword on, I'm just gonna, as if recalling back to that glitch, that vision, I'm going to try to imitate exactly how the dwarves did it. And I'm going to start hammering down 3 times only onto the blade.
The first time you do it, it echoes through the hall here. The blade
Mhm.
begins to glow slightly, and what you would all see is that the lava begins to rise ever so slightly. The second time you hit it, the lava begins to hiss. It's still below foot level. The guard or animated construct appears to be still and watching, and the sword begins to glow.
Okay.
And as you go with the third hit, its magical essence sort of erupts around the sword, and you all hear a clunk at the end of the hallway as the door unlocks. In your hands, Judge, as you have done this.
Oh, great. Yeah.
You have imbued a weapon with a minor magical property.
Oh, cool.
It is a +1 longsword, as that is the sword that is the weapon that you've picked up and put here. Can I please have you roll a 1d6 for me, please?
Yeah, I'll do that. A 2.
It is a +1 longsword, which inflicts necrotic damage, 1d6 on a hit. So you have a +1 magical weapon on top of regular slashing damage.
On top of the regular damage? Damn, that's pretty cool.
This is a very cool. That's probably one of the best that you could have got. So yeah, 1d6.
Yeah.
Does anyone use longswords?
Yeah, I looked around because I have a hammer. Is anyone proficient in longswords?
I guess it's time
I don't think you are. I'm sorry, but I don't think you're.
I can be if I packed it.
You can be if you packed it.
So do I. If I need to.
Oh, no. I'm going to use the pistol more likely. So let Sylas take it.
I look to Sylas and I grab the sword, not by the hilt, but actually by the blade, and I'll hold the hilt out to him. Just be mindful. This blade is now made in the vault of the forge for the goddess I serve.
I'll take the hilt and I'm say, that kind of fits the wings.
True.
As I put it away.
Yeah. As it has a sort of, you would notice it has a sort of not deathly feel to it, but you can feel it almost reverberates against the radiant energy that you would have inherently in your blood. As now you have this +1 longsword, which does regular longsword damage plus an additional 1d6 necrotic on a hit, which is pretty good, to be fair. That's actually really nice.
As I pass by this construct, I just whisper under my breath to it, I understand why you pulled out your blade. You're a bit jealous of my hammer. I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. And I just keep walking through the door.
It is completely emotionless. Doesn't say anything.
I whisper the other side of it. You know, not all constructs are as well endowed as Judge. Unlucky, I guess. And then I'll follow on.
Perfect.
I can't remember. Did Judge get an attachment last session, or?
Dear. Yes, you guys step through, and what you find is a room that is remarkably not as hot as the room you've just left. It's almost like this is a breathing room. You would notice that around you are what appear to be stone benches. It looks like almost like this is a waiting room, or perhaps could have been somewhere to relax on a lunch break if it was like a factory. It's really strange in here. What do you guys do?
As we walk through, I would like to just have a look around if there's any items left on shelves or something.
As you're walking through this room?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Before you guys left, I forgot to mention that above the doorway, you would have all seen in common writing, power without understanding is noise. Elirr, can I please have a perception check from you to see if you see anything in this hallway as you're walking through?
Can I be looking for like traps?
Yeah.
If anything, like we've seen floating magma balls, we've had a construct try to swing at us. The one room that looks safe, I now immediately don't trust.
Okay.
So I'm looking to see if there's like I'm checking every bit of floor I step on in case there's like a pressure plate or there's a tripwire or something. Now, I'm at the back of the party, so this is not going to be helpful, but I'm checking anyway.
Yeah, can I have a perception check?
Can
from
I
you,
be
please?
looking? Can I
Or
be looking for
investigation.
another truck and look for treasure?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to do a perception check for me, please.
That's a 19.
So, Elirr with a 6, Diego with an 8. Neither of you notice anything that seems odd. What's most eerie is that this is a silent chamber with what appears to be the occasional lit torch. Magically lit. Zelentrus, as you're walking around, you don't see anything that looks particularly worth picking up. What you notice is what appears to be the occasional sort of... It looks like footprints on the floor. And what you see in the corner at the top is what appears to be like... It almost looks like a broken eggshell or maybe some bones. You're not sure.
Can I track those footsteps around the room?
As you look at them, when you're looking with a 19, you notice that they go both up, down, left, and right. They're all around the room. It looks like they've been there for some time.
Okay.
With a 19, it looks almost like this is just a very well-traveled hallway.
Okay. Then I will... Two last things I'll ask. First of all, do any of the footsteps look as though they enter into like a hidden wall? As though they continue where the wall should stop?
Fair question, but no.
Yeah.
And?
Okay. And the other one is I will go check out the bone eggshell thing at the end of the hall.
Perfect. Yep. I would say that, Judge, where you've got to now, you can see there is another door. It doesn't appear to have a lock on it. It looks like a normal door.
Yeah. Now that all these traps have been happening, and I know every door has been locked behind something, can I roll, I guess, like an Arcana or investigation?
It's like two wooden doors in a stone archway. And yeah, you can definitely roll an Arcana to see if you see any sort of magic coming from it. Zelentrus, as you get to there, can I please have an investigation check on this, please? As you see sort of the eggshell, unless... Yeah, it would be investigation. And that could be anybody who wants to do so as well. Anybody who sees these sort of eggshells and this sort of light bone structure.
Before I roll this, I'm going to ask... he's closest. I'll ask Elirr to come over and take a look at it with me. Can I get advantage from a help action by any chance?
I will allow you advantage, yes. But Elirr, you can also do your own roll.
Oh, cool.
So we had an Elirr with an 18. A 20 from Zelentrus with advantage. Elirr
17.
and Zel. These are... you would recognize that these are eggshells for a newly hatched creature. They look old. They look like they've been here for some period of time. I would say with a 20, you know what? With a 20, you would recognize that these are not bird eggs. Elirr, you recognize that this has not got any sort of feather or break through it. This is more likely to be probably something similar to a snake egg.
Okay, so it could be a basilisk.
As I rolled a 10, so I'm assuming I didn't get anything from the doors. I'm just gonna walk straight through it.
You
feel
heat. That's all you feel is heat.
Oh, heat.
On the other side of the door.
That's yeah, whatever. I open it. I go right on through.
Before, just as like Judge's hand is on the door, pushing it open, I can't stop him.
Yep.
That's when I will reveal there might be some snake-like monsters beyond.
I'm not scared. I open the door.
Okay. Diego and Sylas, as you're at the back, I'll come to you very briefly.
I'm punching Sylas in the back of the head right now, trying to get him to move.
But the sun is nice.
Perfect. Yes, as you have this new longsword. The two of you catch up with the rest of the group. And Judge, as you open the door.
Yeah.
As you open it. As you open it, Can I
Take
please have
20d6 damage.
all of you roll initiative for me,
Oh,
please? As before you,
Wow.
as you open, heat crashes through the door as the chamber opens, oppressive and relentless. What you would see is a vast pool of molten lava churning at the center of the room in a steaming sort of furnace-like fashion. Its surface appears broken and overflowing by forge mechanisms and iron-like tubes around it as well. There are all sorts of contraptions, scrolls, and braziers in this room. It looks as though they've been untouched by time. The air shimmers violently with the heat. Each breath is thick with ash and sulfur. The furnace appears to pour over onto the stone, and what you would notice is that where it's overflowing, which is those sort of smaller pools of lava that you see, it seeps into the floor beneath it.
Would it be fair to say Judge is like right here? Because he would have walked through.
Judge
He
would be
would've taken
literally
a
one step in. Yeah, that'd be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd say
cool.
that's fair. And yeah, the stone plates that you're standing on, they appear jagged and rocky.
Oh,
They're not flat. It's not flat in here. It's much more jagged. Like you'd have to
is
sort of
this
step
like
over
rough
it.
terrain?
It
Then?
would
Is
be
this
difficult terrain. Yes, it would be
Oh,
rough terrain.
Great.
So
Okay.
movement in here would be a little bit more difficult. Just to let you guys know, you do have that spa treatment bonus of +5 movement speed. However, it will be double movement in this room. Just to let you know ahead of time, technically.
Yeah.
But the stone plates line the floor as light sort of seeps in from below. It's almost too deliberate, and what you see is snakes that see you. These two fire snakes, these two flame serpents. You have encountered them previously, but not at this size. Yes.
Okay.
Do these look like beasts or elementals?
Good question. I'm going to need you to roll a perception check, or it could be history because you have fought one in the past. I will allow it.
Could it be nature?
It could be nature. You could go with nature, yeah.
No, my
Absolutely.
history's better. That's fine. I'll go with history. Ugh. I'm gonna.
With a 7.
This really does actually affect. This
No
kind
idea.
of affects me for the day, and I will forget it later. I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration and reroll.
Okay. With a 7, you had no idea. But
15.
with a 15, these are elementals.
Fuck.
Cool. And
A new spell to use.
let me open up the initiative tracker. Sorry. Alrighty. If everybody would please roll initiative for me.
I will use my. Wait, I'll wait for everyone else to roll. If I get too hasty.
Let me. Okay. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are missing Sylas.
It should be there.
You should be. You know what? 22. Keep it. Let's go with that. That's what you've got.
I had a 6 in my six in my first roll, but
It's 22. Either way, you're before. I'm gonna go with 22 because it wasn't recognized by the turn initiative tracker, so I'm gonna go with that. Cool. All right. I believe Sylas, you have higher dex than Elirr. Probably.
Where the frick is my
14.
14 in Elirr, and Sylas with a.
Wait 1 sec. Dex, you said?
Yes.
14.
Okay, so you guys are tied. I'll let Elirr go first. All right. Elirr. Before you, you see these two fiery serpents, elementals. What are you doing?
I don't think I see them yet, so I guess I'm gonna have to walk forward.
You hear the hiss of the snake.
Sure. Sounds great.
Mhm.
I will still walk forward.
Okay.
Oh, I see them. Good. Come on. Why does it always? Sorry. I will. Sure.
Tick tock, tick tock.
I'm sorry. Just do Mind Sliver on one of them, I guess.
Very nice. Which one do you target?
That one there.
Very nice. Bottom one.
So 16
Int
intelligence.
save. Let's see. Ooh, okay. An 11, so it fails.
1!
Nice, but it does have disadvantage, right, on something? No.
It gets subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
Hey, it counts. It counts. As yes, you do 1 point of damage to it. Very nice.
And I step back again, I guess.
Perfect. Is that the end of your turn?
There is some fiery snake.
All right. As we then come to Sylas.
I will position myself next to Judge.
Perfect.
And I will use I use Thorn Whip on the guy at the bottom, this one. For 19.
For 19.
He's so delayed.
Well, I think it might be roll 20, to be honest. Yes, a 19 definitely hits.
Cool. For a whopping one damage.
Okay. Yep.
Is it large or smaller?
It is a medium-sized creature, so it is large. It is smaller.
I will pull it 10 feet closer to us.
Very nice. As it gets pulled, and I believe it just goes straight to you, so it wouldn't be affected by the difficult terrain. Perfect. Yep.
And that's the end of my turn.
Very nice. As we then come to Judge.
Yeah, seeing that Sylas set me up really perfectly, I move down 1, pull out my big old hammer, and as he yanks it, Judge goes for a slam down onto it, trying to almost smush it to the ground.
Perfect.
With his hammer. He's gonna be one-handed. For a 12, I have a Bardic. I'm gonna use the Bardic on this because I feel like it's not gonna hit. This is what, D6?
It is a D6.
For now it's 16.
16 hits.
Okay. It's gonna be 15 points of damage.
Very nice. Yep.
And then for my bonus action, I feel like me and Silas are gonna be the ones in the front here. No, I'll save it. That'll be the end of my turn.
Very nice. Okay, perfect. As we then come to Diego.
What is all of the fuss about? Oh, snakes. Great. I'll go here. So
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Am I good to... You said it's difficult terrain?
It is difficult terrain.
If I go diagonally from the door, am I good?
Yes, I'll allow it.
Okay,
Don't you have
so,
to
yeah.
5 extra feet because of
You
the
do.
spa day?
But difficult terrain
It
would
would
then
just
be an
be-
extra 10. You'd
Yeah.
need 10 to move there, so that's why.
Yeah.
Because it's doubled. But yeah, if you're happy with me there, then I'll
I'm
stay
happy
there.
for you to do so, yep.
Cool. And then I will, the one nearest to Judge,
Mhm.
I will use my Vicious Mockery, where starlight starts to glimmer around it and then the shadows creep in.
Perfect.
And it will take a point of depression damage. So let me... Do you want to just roll a wisdom save, please?
Yes.
See how depressed this guy is?
This snake has been stuck in here a while, but he's doing okay.
He's fine.
14.
It has a minus.
Oh,
D4,
true, it
so
does. So I won't.
So then
I
it
won't
doesn't
even need to
matter. You
roll
don't-
it, but I
yeah.
will. It was actually a 10. So
Oh, nice. Thank you very much, Elirr. So he has disadvantage on his next attack roll, and he takes 2 psychic damage.
nice. He's looking pretty dang rough.
Oh, okay. That was all me, clearly. The
Yeah.
2.
Is that the end of your turn?
And then I'll stand here.
Perfect. Thank you very much. As we come to Mirabelle.
I'm also going to move in because I have no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I see fiery snakes. And For some reason, I'm guessing they speak whatever language. So I'm gonna try and say in Ignan, go. Don't. If you don't hurt us, we won't hurt you. Go away.
Can I have a persuasion check, please? As technically, they can't speak it, but they do understand.
We won't hurt you if you won't hurt us.
Ignan is primordial, correct?
Them.
Ignan is one of the primordial languages.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Can I have a persuasion check for me, please? You guys have been beating on these creatures.
21.
A 21. I'll need a second roll because the one you've been attacking will be at disadvantage. However, the one at the top appears to have understood what you've said. So I'll need a second roll for the one at the bottom.
25.
It also heard what you said. Very nice. As it sort of, you look at it and it doesn't seem to communicate with you, but it looks towards you as you speak in Primordial.
Okay, I will ready an action. If he attacks anyone else, I'll give him a sorcerer's burst with fucking cold damage.
Very nice. Okay. Perfect. As we then come to Zelentrus.
So just to confirm, Mirabelle spoke in Ignan to the creatures, and then her turn ended.
Yes, she's holding an action.
Okay.
None of us heard anything.
Technically,
Elirr knows.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for a ruling here. If technically the two creatures that are still turn-based, they're technically not aggressive towards you at this point, as they have been persuaded. However,
combat in until
combat would go until their turn. So we come to Zelentrus.
Seeing that, putting two and two together because I'm not thick. Seeing that Mirabelle has just spoken in Ignan to them, I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't move any further than that because everyone's in the way, so I'll stand here. Seeing that Mirabelle has just spoken in Ignan to them, and knowing that she is now readying a spell, she hasn't cast it, I will pact my pistol to my person, which I need to name at some point. And I will also ready an action if one of them attacks one of us. I will fire with my pack. You know what? Screw it. I've got it now. I'm gonna load up an Eldritch Blast, and I'll charge an Eldritch Blast and ready that for an attack if one of them attack us.
Very nice.
I'm basically following Mirabelle's lead, and I will say, guys, I think maybe we should hold back. I think Mirabelle has an idea.
Kill them! Kill them all!
No, it's not your fucking turn.
Perfect. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
As we then come to Ashira.
Yes, Ashira will. Cause she's just blousing the back of Mirabelle and Zell at this point through this doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Oh, hi, guys. And then sort of hear obviously what Zell has said.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing that Mirabelle said something in some language and they don't seem hostile, but they both sort of look ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull out my crossbow and just aim it at one of them as a ready action.
Perfect.
Probably the one south of me.
Mm-hmm.
If it becomes if either of them become hostile on their next turn.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the end of your turn? Is that the end of your turn? Yes, perfect. As we get to the salamanders, you would notice that both of them begin to make their way towards the lava pools at the end of the corridor. And I will say, despite obviously difficult terrain, they slither away from you. You guys watch this happen as they make their way to the pools, and both of them dive headfirst into this lava. And as they make contact, their body sort of shrinks down. If their head can fit through the hole, they can get in there. As you can see, this goes straight into the lava. Yeah.
Just to say, I have an attack of opportunity.
You could technically attack, yes.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. I just wanted to put it out
Yeah.
there.
I mean,
That could've-
I was assuming you weren't going to. So, but that is the end of
but I
combat
wanted-
as
I
you
was gonna let
guys
know. I could've-
Well,
managed to
Sylas-
avoid it.
Sylas also had an attack opportunity.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Silas, do
Me
you
and
attack?
Silas-
And then
I
it's
I
sword.
cast healing word. No.
Me and Silas
DM,
look
DM, can you roll
together.
1d4, please?
A 1d4.
Yeah.
I'll do it anyways. I'll do it anyways, just because.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to
Is
this
it 2?
table that
Mhm.
I've seen.
That's a
it.
-2, wouldn't hit me.
Is there anything on this table that look interesting to me? Something that may stick out?
So, as you're looking at the table, there appears to be a bunch of different scrolls. There appears to be a compass in the center, which looks fractured and broken. There's glass shards on the table. There appears to be a book, which is all written in Dwarvish, an ink quill, like a pot of ink and a quill on it as well. It's all written in Dwarvish, and it looks like it's sort of messy and hasn't been touched in some time. You would also see that past the table, there's a bunch of different cogs, materials. It looks like crates of hammers and wheels and cogs.
If it's metals and stuff like that, I'm gonna start taking like the small pieces, and I'm just gonna start like little candy pieces almost,
Like
to start
eating
chugging them in my mouth. Yeah, because from my understanding, that is what helps kind of fix
Bolster
the
you.
brokenness that
Mhm.
happens. So knowing that, I kind of like, okay, well, I might as well, top up while I'm here. So I'm gonna start eating some of the metals.
As you start to fill up with this fuel, as the metal sort of meets the heat of your inner core and becomes slag metal in your stomach, as you can feel this sort of, I guess you would technically describe it as feeling, but you are heavier. You don't necessarily feel that, but you are slightly heavier with this.
Cool.
I would say that the rest of you notice that in the room there are these tubes of lava which appear to go from the center. This big overflowing pool of lava appears to pour into a sort of hill over here, but it isn't being diverted in any way. It looks like it hits this lava, goes down the rock towards this tube, and then it's blocked. What you would notice is there are a couple of levers, one here, and another one here, as you can see them on the map, the little wooden sort of bars there. Yes.
Oh, I played this puzzle before.
Mr. DM, has it been an hour since I activated the comprehend language?
It hasn't. You can still comprehend languages.
Check out those books on the table.
It reads something along the lines of it's what you notice immediately is the wording here is much more ancient Dwarvish. It's not the standard Dwarvish that you've seen written elsewhere. It's almost like broken, old-timey Dwarven language. However, you can comprehend it with your spell. What you would see is that it basically looks to be mainly sort of orders being placed and things being sent from here to something called Lava Mantle's Forge. Or rather, Lava Mantle's Forge / Anvil.
DM?
Would I be able to investigate further where that might be, or how that's connected?
I would tell you that even within investigation, it's not clear. These are more sort of orders to be sent, like things that you're getting fulfilled here. It maybe looks to be something along the lines of iron ingots, iron bars, copper wire, and bolts, that kind of thing, which are being forged here as materials for other forges. Zelentrus.
Please, may I loot the room of any shiny things?
You notice on the anvil next to you, which is where you happen to be, is a very small sort of syringe-looking thing that has a green liquid in it. It's quite large. It appears to have a green viscous liquid. As you pick it up and look at it, it sort of moves very slowly from one side to the other. Whatever's contained in this is quite thick.
Any idea what this is? Is this an investigation, arcana?
You can use either.
I'll investigate.
With an 18. This is a large syringe of what looks to be iron make, with a thick needle on it that looks like it's been sitting here for some time. and a green viscous ooze. Its purpose, you're not sure.
So, okay. Can I do an Arcana check then on the ooze?
Absolutely. Yep.
That's a 14.
It appears to be non-magical, but you're not sure what the ooze is.
Okay.
There doesn't appear
I
to
let
be any
everyone know
magic
about
coming
it,
from
and
Mhm.
I let everyone know about it, and stick it in the pot of loot.
Perfect.
It
Yep.
might be used here, guys. It might not be. Who knows?
The rest of you, what are you doing?
So these
Can I-
levers do something, right? My hands grab one, and I smile.
Is the door unlocked? Like, can I just walk up to the door and see if there's like, if we, because we've, obviously, I'm assuming this room is like a furnace room or some sort. Like, just looking at the door, does it seem like magically locked? If something's like gonna stop me from opening this door?
It is locked. It does appear to have a
It is
magical
locked.
fuse across it. You won't need an
It does
Arcana
appear
check.
to have it.
It does appear to have
Okay.
a magical element keeping it fused together.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I will tell you
Well,
all,
anyone?
it is very hot in here.
Great. Does anyone have a clue what we're doing? Anybody have an
Ashira,
idea?
Well, I don't know why exactly there is 3 levers, but it could be connected to this tube. And there's also a massive gear there, which I imagine is what opens the door. So perhaps we have to figure out how to fill this pipe with lava to some extent, but maybe, I don't know, if it overfills, maybe we're fucked.
Is
So
it
maybe
a
that is what
gear,
the
or does
lever's
it look?
for.
Is it a gear, or does it look more like almost like a watermill kind of thing?
It is a gear. However, it is shaped similar to a watermill that you would be familiar with. It is made of solid iron.
Maybe we have to make the lava go into
the
the
bit below.
gear to make it turn.
Yes, but why are there three levers to a tube that doesn't change? Can I try
Maybe
and
there's
ascertain?
a blocker in
Yeah,
it?
can I ascertain if there is something that would prevent the lava from flowing at the point that I'm at?
Can I have an investigation or perception check from you, please? Diego.
It will never be an investigation check.
An 8 in perception?
Never be
You
a
know
perception
what?
either.
You know what? Let's use the lucky.
Okay. A 10.
Better.
It looks like there are 3 levers that are at 3 different points on this tube. That is what you can ascertain. You're not entirely sure what it does, but common sense would dictate it has something to do with the tube.
Okay.
Could I go
do you
over?
think that perhaps...
You go.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we can pull it now while there's not much happening to see what happens, you know?
What's blocking it that end?
Where I'm standing?
Well, yes, that's where the blockage is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see? Is it the lever, or like is it going
It
into
appears
the
to
pipe?
be. It appears to be flowing
Like a shutter?
onto this area, and there appears to be. It seeps onto the stone because the tube that it hits has a shutter on it. Like a big metal plate covers the
I
the
think-
entrance to the tube.
We have to pull the leathers in the order for the lava to flow down the pipe. So each of these ones in their specific area opens that shutter near it.
So do you think we need to open the first section to be full and then close it? Or do you think all
Yes.
3 need to be open consistently?
Now that could be a hard one.
Silas,
Yes.
you've got a familiar, right? You can make familiars, right?
Technically, yes.
Can you make anything that could go up the pipe and just see what happens when we pull a lever?
Uh,
Oh,
That's
No,
depressing.
I'm saying like at the end of at the end, so like before the lava's got in, like this third one. We pull the third one first and see what happens.
DM, I have a on my mind a decent. Hopefully, something that doesn't involve torturing a familiar in the mind. I was made here. Do I have any memory of like how maybe they have worked this? Can I like try to push and see if like because now I'm here standing before it, seeing it in person. Does that trick any memories of maybe like how they worked this?
Can I have a history check from you, please?
Yeah,
Flat
sure.
history.
I mean, I'm just asking. Hildegard, give me answers with an 18 for a 20, dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, Judge, they are very used to one of the main things that was central to forging in any way that you remember in this moment as you're standing in a very hot room is cooling tubes used to move the hot essence away from an area or put cold water towards a hot source. So you're familiar with the concept and you remember it, though you're not sure how, as being something that was involved in the creation of Warforged beings. Something you remember either hearing, seeing, or walking past that involved the cooling.
I will state that to everybody. I'll put that memory out there.
I pull my lever.
You pull your lever? You pull it.
Just a little bit.
You pull it. As you begin, it clunks the other way towards you. So it goes the full way as you begin to move it. And you would all see that a metal plate lifts up above the thing, above the tube for about 10 seconds before slamming down again and the lever going the other way.
Okay. How about this? Idea.
That's what I thought might
happen. The first lever, Ashira pulls hers.
Until me.
Get the lava in. Yes.
Then me.
Wait for hers to shut down and then keep it going. Yeah.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. I just thought I would bank it and see what happened. I got bored.
That was good.
All
Good
right.
job, Diego. Good job.
Are we ready?
Yes, fell on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. So if everyone sounds ready, Ashira will pull the first
Yes, let's
lever.
go.
Okay.
Wait, it's me? No,
You
I'm
pull
joking,
the first lever. How long do you leave it as you begin to see that the lava begins to move into the tube? It's fairly slow, but it does begin
I
moving.
leave it?
Yeah.
10 seconds.
About.
It's like
I
the
thought
one
you
that
said it shut on its own after 10 seconds.
I'm asking you how long you're standing there.
Oh. Well, if it's shutting on its own, then I don't have to keep standing there, right?
Okay. So yeah, you pull the lever. About 10 seconds passes. The lava moves through the tube. And then it shuts closed. Now what?
Diego.
pull my lever.
Diego pulls the lever. You begin to see the tube looking hot on the outside, brimming slightly as it begins to move along the tube.
Question.
Yes.
You said that the plate comes out.
Yes.
Does it come out enough that I can see in?
You could try and
Is
see
there
it.
enough of a
I'll
gap?
allow you a perception
Just
check
to see
at
if I can-
disadvantage.
Okay,
as
yeah,
it'll be
that's
a
cool. I
very,
just
very
wanna
fine
see-
gap.
Yeah, I know it's going to be super hot. My face is going to be a little warm. But I just want to see, is something within it
Yes,
moving it?
absolutely.
Or, and
Go for it.
that's why I just wanted to double check. Did you say disadvantage, yeah?
Mhm.
23.
A 23 and a
Nice.
24. So 23 with disadvantage.
There we
You
go.
see the light of the lava moving along. It appears from one side and begins to move across as you pulled the plate out. And you can see it's moving down the tube. You would also see on the outside of the tube, it looks like there's a sort of heat, like almost like a glimmer of a faint shake outside the tube as well. As 10 seconds passes and it cluts down again.
Silas, go.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah,
No,
yes.
okay.
Pull the lever.
And as Sylas pulls the lever, Sylas, you see a glow in the tube just where the plate comes out as lava begins to move. And as it goes past this point here, you would all see that the cog begins to turn. Clunk, clunk, clunk as the door unlocks. Above it, in white writing, you see the forge rewards control, not force. In addition,
It's working, guys. It's working.
In addition, where Mirabelle was just a second ago, in the lava, as Mirabelle, you were standing there and you would have noticed it just here. You see at the bottom of this tube where there was lava flowing previously, in the bottom of this empty bowl, is a tablet, a stone tablet, with the sigil of what could only be described as waves on it.
Can I pick it up?
Do you try and pick it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick it up. It's a stone tablet with a sigil of waves on it.
I look at it and I look at Ashira, who's closest. Look at this.
How are you holding that? This must be so hard, no?
It doesn't. It feels alright to
My
me.
finger goes on it. It's like,
Yeah.
never mind.
Mirabelle can hold this,
Yeah.
but it is hot to the touch.
DM just goes up, opens the door.
Before you do,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think that is the perfect place for us to take a
Yeah.
short 5-minute break. So we will
Yeah,
take
we probably
5.
should.
We'll grab some drinks. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. And let's see what happens next. So we'll be right back. And we're back. So we've all got some drinks and refreshments. We've all got our snacks and bits and pieces. Judge, the door clunked open.
Open door.
You open it?
Yeah.
Very nice. As you open the door, Judge,
Yeah.
the rusting gears that you see in the door pull it apart. And through, on the inside, you see stone walls with what appears to be a line of what look like moving cogs in sort of a almost like a skirting board halfway up the wall, where you've got basically like a divot into the wall, and it's almost like there's cogs behind this entire room. As the whole way around, you see these cogs turning and clicking every 5 seconds, moving slightly, almost like a clock or a watchtower, a clock tower, turning cogs. As you step through, you would see what you see immediately is 4 pillars in this room surrounding what looks like a blue orb floating at about sort of your waist height. It's like a big blue orb. Inside it is nothing. It looks to sort of just be floating there, almost like a shield or a bubble. Around you, as you step to where you are now, you see in the 4 corners of the room what look to be half-built machines or armor scattered across the floor in each of the corners of the room. Ideas sort of brought, maybe mid-thought, dropped here or left here. In the center, this blue orb, next to it stands a tall, brass and steel construct, motionless and watchful. He appears to be studying you as you come in. His head cocks. He's got a hood over him, but the rest of him is entirely construct looking, almost Warforge-like.
Yeah.
As you come in, as you get to where you are, it looks to you, and its voice with calm simply says, "Please state your intent."
Uncover the truth.
Error. What truth is it you wish to uncover?
About my creation.
Error. Please state your intent. The rest of you, you see judges step through. Mirabelle, you have this water sigil tablet on you. Do you all follow him in?
Yep.
As you do so, as each of you steps through the doorway, you see what I've just described with these 4 animated, half-completed contraptions or constructs around the room. In the center is this blue floating magical orb, and this brass and steel construct who looks to you and says, "Please state your intent." As you step through, Elirr, being the last one, the door behind you closes. The gears collide, and form the door behind you. What do you guys do?
Wait, he wants us to state our intent?
Yes. On behalf of Hildegard and Girick, I've been tasked to reach the main chambers of the vault to learn of my origin and my past. We are just peaceful people sitting here on behalf of the ones who created you. And I will show on my shield the symbol of Hildegard, and I'll show it to the construct.
His head sort of cocks to either side, very robotic. Emperor, please state your intent.
Knowledge.
It's at this point that I sort of nudge Ashira. Can you mute yourself?
yeah, Shira, mute yourself.
No. Forgot that. Look, the tablet. Maybe it wants the tablet. Like, it's got a wavy pattern. Blue orb, water. I don't know.
What could we intend?
Accepted.
Oh.
You seek knowledge.
Uh-oh.
I will answer one question truthfully. Decide wisely.
Kind of huddling everyone together.
Mm-hmm.
Zell
out of earshot,
away from this.
Yeah,
out of earshot, so it can't hear.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just ask it how to get to the next room?
Wait, should I ask it if we have to answer now?
No, don't ask a question. Don't ask a question to it. The next thing we say to it has to be the question that we want answered.
Oh, so I shouldn't ask how long we've got to think about it?
No.
Okay.
So, my suggestion is, and we can discuss this further, but my suggestion is we ask it how to move to the next room.
Why things so small?
He'd probably say through the door.
Oh, that's a good one.
What is the solution to get to the next door?
Through the door.
There we go.
Why don't we just ask it?
Can you unlock the door?
Or just ask it something completely unrelated, and then we just go through the door anyway.
It's a yes or no question. We should ask a yes or a question that he can actually answer, and not ask him to do something.
Has anyone else passed through here recently?
No, I don't think we need to worry about that right now.
What if
for all we know, I don't think they are. We shouldn't have that on our mind. We should focus on getting to where we need to go. Worry about Talon if we find them on the way.
There were footsteps in the other hall, and they were very old. We look like the first ones who passed through here in many, many years.
Zell, I like your question. Ask your question.
But I think that Sylas had a good point. We need to think of a better way of asking it. I don't think that Mirabelle's idea was...
Will you let us proceed through the next door?
No, because it falls in the same path as Mirabelle's. He might say yes, or he might say no, because we haven't done the thing yet, but he might just say yes and then not do the thing.
So why don't we ask what is the solution to get through the next door?
I think that
one.
Get through the door. Let's pick next door quite carefully in case he means the one after.
How do we proceed onto the next room?
What about just that question, but all the other rooms that are still coming?
No, listen.
But what if it doesn't know the answer?
The problem is if we get too picky, with our question, he can just find a way to throw us all off. We should focus on this room. We can get through the other rooms. Let's focus on the one we're in right now. Let's think of the now. We think the later.
I think combining what Diego just said with Ashira's idea of solutions, What is the solution to move on to the next room?
I like that.
Perhaps
So I wanna
maybe
ask a
say the
question.
room to your left or whatever, like he's facing, so it's not.
And-
we're not going back.
We could add on to the end of that. What is his favorite flavored ice cream?
No.
Diego, you're banned from asking questions.
I love how Diego had said something useful, so Matt had to add something completely fucking
All right.
pointless.
Who
to
is
say
Matt?
a character.
Maybe we should ask who
Ashira.
Matt is.
I'm talking in.
Ask who Matt
Ashira.
is.
Ashira, go ahead and ask the question. You're the one who came up with the
Okay,
idea.
so-
Ask it.
Out of character, so he's facing us, right? So the room that we're asking about
He is
to
facing
his
you.
left.
He is looking directly at Judge. The room to his
Yeah.
north is left, yes.
Okay, so his north.
Yes.
Okay,
Check the compass. Check the compass. Check the compass. Check
Yeah,
the
check-
compass.
Diego.
Just ask the question, please. You guys are taking
Wait.
forever.
Should I ask him where my
Jeez.
compass is?
No.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Diego.
Okay.
Ashira, ask the
I
question.
turned
Just ask the
to-
question.
I'm gonna smack you. Fuck you up.
I turn to the guy. Let me just make sure that I don't say it wrong, and he can just say yes or no. What is the solution to get through the door on your left?
He turns to face you.
Wait, what if that's not the right way?
Shut up. Just shut up.
He turns to face you,
We'll figure it
Ashira,
out.
and as he looks to you, the machine, once activated, opens the door to the next area. He gestures with his arm. The parts are shown on the wall pillars. You notice that the 4 pillars in this room have a part shown on it, like a symbol or a look of it shown on the pillars. We'll come back to that in a second. You must craft the item by placing it within the sphere. Once this has been done, the next doorway shall open correctly. He puts his hands back together. You notice, I would say that it's fairly obvious what's put on these pillars, but you notice that there are a mixture from each one. I won't ask for a perception check because I'll say that you guys can see these very clearly. You notice there is a total of 3 cogs, metallic cogs. There are 2 spools of wire, which appear to be copper colored, and 2 iron ingots.
What's in the forge to the bottom? Or the thing in the bottom of the room?
Do you want to do a perception check?
Can I go stand right in front of it?
Absolutely.
see
I want to know what you're looking
What's
for,
in there?
and then I'll give you what
would
you need
like
to roll.
I want to see, is there anything like iron ingots in there?
Okay, can I have a perception check from you, Elirr?
I would like to help because I was also interested to know.
Are you
if
looking for
that's possible.
ingots? What is it you're doing with the fireplace?
Well, to investigate what that is and what's the content.
Can I
of
have
it.
an investigation check from you, please? Zelentrus with a 15, perception of 15, you see what appears to be a fireplace. What you notice with a 15 is something about it looks off, but you can't place it. It has all the elements, but something about the way it's built looks off. It's quite tall. It comes up to about your head height. With a 12 in investigation from Elirr, you also can't tell what it is. This looks like a very oddly shaped fireplace. Maybe this is how they do it in dwarven cities. What is people doing? Who haven't I spoken to?
What is people doing?
What is people doing?
Sorry.
What are everybody doing? What is everybody doing?
So okay, I just want to
Yes,
I just
Ashira.
want to clarify that so the 4 pillars depict 2 copper spools,
Mhm.
spoolies, whatever that is,
Spools,
and
yeah.
2 iron ingots.
2 iron ingots, 3 cogs, and 2 spools of
3
copper
cogs.
wire.
So just looking around to these 4 construct-looking guys, I think Diego's already looking at one. But
Yep.
just a general scan. Do they hold anything, or are they like made out of certain?
They are half broken
cogs,
on the
or-
ground in the corners. It looks like they're almost unfinished products.
Ah. And okay, I will go over to Diego, see what he's looking at, see if we can find something that resembles what we're looking for.
Okay. What do you guys do?
So
What I said.
Yeah, but how? Describe it to me. You go over and just look at it. It's in animated armor that's half constructed.
Diego's having a snack.
Diego's having a snack.
Sorry, I literally put it in my mouth thinking it was going to be longer, and then you were like, "I go to Diego," and I was like, "Shit." Okay. There's this mound of half-built construct in front of me, and I
Yes.
assume like debris of like metals and stuff around it, right? 'Cause it's not fully built.
Correct.
I would like to look through to see if there are any cogs, spores, or ingots.
And I
Perfect.
want to help him.
Can I have a
because
perception
I'm here
check
to
at
help.
advantage because Ashira is helping you?
Is your perception higher? Mine's +5.
Same.
Okay, cool. I'll just roll at advantage. Huh?
Cool. With a 15, which is the
That'll be
DC,
fine.
you can see that there are 2 cogs on the ground here,
Nah.
which are loose on the ground.
Loose.
They're just on the ground. They're not part of him. In
I
addition,
will take the 2 loose.
as you reach for it, you notice that the animated armor here moves slightly as if watching you. And as you pick it up, it just watches you holding it and then looks back where it was looking, almost lifeless across the room.
It's okay. Maybe we can send someone to try and fix you one day.
Maybe we can only take what is loose, not what is connected. If it's connected, it seems it as maybe like hostile.
Diego, you're making
Hearing-
too much sense today. What was in your
hearing that
porridge?
Conversation, Judge would be like, remember, he did give us on the pillars there were a list of 2 cogs,
3
cogs, 2 spules, and 2 ingots. Maybe that's what each of these are gonna have. Some of.
I still think his favorite ice cream was going to be mint chocolate chip.
Shut up! Just shut up, please stop.
So when Diego's turned around, looking back at the construct, I step over just behind him, just around like here. I'll throw a prestidigitation on his back to make a sign for an hour, a symbol for an hour, and it's just one of those kick me boots, just like on his back. So he's just got a kick me sign on his back.
You were by the fireplace. How did you get there so quickly?
I just walked because
Hey,
whilst you guys were talking,
guys.
discussing this, you see.
Can we?
I was doing
can
it at
we
the
just
same time.
gather? Can we gather the stuff we need to gather? I understand you guys are trying to make light of the situation, but I would like to get to where I need to go.
As
I'd like you guys
as
to take
you
this a little
guys-
bit more seriously.
As you guys are in that corner, Sylas, you're in the other corner at the moment. You notice there is an animated armor that is half completed.
I will do perception check to see what I see around it.
Perfect.
14.
With a 14,
No.
you can't see too much around it. There appears to be some metal pieces, but what exactly you're not sure. What you notice is that there appears to be something wrapped around what is basically the wrist of this creature or construct.
There is
Almost like
something
wrapped around
around.
it.
Can I touch it?
Do you try and touch it?
Try to reach for it. Mm-hmm.
As you do so, you notice that it looks at you and watches you, and the head is on its arm, like the head is looking at its arm, focused on what your hand is doing. This that you are touching appears to be a wire of metal wrapped around.
Is it like connected or wrapped around?
It looks like it's wrapped around. It doesn't appear to be connected. It is copper.
Guys, this one moves when I touch his arm. Like, it has this copper
Just
spool.
ask for consent and then take it.
Am I okay to? Wait, I should have done that before. I'm gonna touch you now, and I'm gonna take this spool. Okay?
It just looks lifelessly towards you, watching your hands around it.
I'll take this. Try to take spool.
Perfect. You managed to get hold of one spool, which is basically just a spin of copper wire. You have one spool of copper wire.
I got it, guys.
Very nice.
I would like to investigate that armor over here for some of those materials we're
Perfect.
looking for.
Let's have an investigation check from you, please. 15 is the DC. You see that there is a copper wire spool on the floor next to him, and that is all. It's almost
Sure,
untouched.
Pick up only that copper wire. What does the armor look like in general, like the state of it?
It looks half created. You're not sure. You're not sure exactly.
DM, can I just clarify something? Because I think I understood something a bit different to how Tanner understood it. The pillars in front of each construct.
Yes.
Does each one say something different?
They're all... So each one says something different. The combination of all of them gives you those ingredients.
So...
Sorry for that. I sort
one...
of breezed over it, but yes.
Does the pillar in front of each construct match what people have found in the construct so far?
No.
Or is this a puzzle where we have to move everything to the right construct?
You're not sure.
Okay, I take a look at the pillar in front of the... I'll move over to the one that's next to Elirr. What does that pillar show on it?
It has 2 ingots.
2 ingots. No one's found any ingots so far, so I will go over to Ashira and help her search this construct here.
Perfect. Ashira.
Yep. I know what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So, well, amongst the 3 items.
Mhm.
A 16.
With the 16, you see there is a cog in the place between the fingers of this animated armor. It is being held between his fingers.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm just gonna take that, thank you, and I do it without touching him.
Yep, he just
slip
watches
it
your
right out.
hand reach over and take it out. Yep, you now have, between you have 2 spools of copper wire and 3 cogs.
So we're just missing the ingots now, right?
I move over to Sylas, and I guess judges go, you already checked this one thoroughly, or?
Well, it did spook me when it moved, so I missed something, but
Well,
hey, you can take a look if you like. I give you guidance.
yeah. How about we help each other out? How about you just help me look, and I'll take a look.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage because of the help. He's
Yes.
helping me. It's 18.
You do have an 18 with advantage. You notice that he appears to be sitting or against an ingot of iron.
Okay.
A single ingot.
I will grab the ingot and just very cautiously grab it. And
He
just
shuffles
say-
slightly as you pull it and sort
Yeah.
of watches you and then goes back to looking the way he was.
all right. Thank you, Sylas. I appreciate your help.
No worries.
Perfect. What do you guys do?
You said this guy's wearing a cloak, right?
He is wearing a cloak.
Can I try and peek under the cloak?
Interesting. Yes, can I have a
Because-
perception check from you, please?
Because he never specified that he was out of this equation, right?
No, he did not.
So
Can
he
I
could
have
have
a-
an ingot.
Can I have a perception check from you, please?
Have I sussed it? I really hope so. Yeah, flat roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll lucky that. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll advantage. Let me roll again.
Was a 13, and now a 12.
Yes, it's 13. Still a 13.
He appears to have a cloak that covers basically his head area and his upper body. You can't see anything underneath other than just like his head, his face.
I'll pull away from the cloak and just say, if all of the constructs have something, I couldn't get a good look without, maybe revealing his privates, but it's privates. What if it has an ingot?
Well, I can help you look.
What? But we have to do it respectfully.
Of course. And I'll move next to Diego and I'll help him.
How about I help you?
Diego, yeah. Judge knowing the workings of a Warforge, knowing how they operate, knowing like their build, he will think of like where would be the most hidden place you could probably hide an Ignite, and he'll look for like the hidden spots that he knows of.
Perfect.
From his own body.
Can I have a perception check at advantage from you? And whilst that's happening, before we come back to you, Elirr, what is it that you're doing?
I would like to... Mirabelle, could you help here? Is there something stuck inside this forge-looking place?
I can help you. Take a look, sure.
Perfect. What are you looking for?
Yeah, could I check for if there's another ingot, like somewhere like inside or around the forge?
Perfect. Can I have a perception check, please, from... It would be at advantage from Mirabelle, because you've technically rolled already, Elirr. So I'm going to ask for Mirabelle at advantage. Perception check. Okay. A 22.
22.
Mirabelle.
What's that 20?
There appears to be... You've spent some time looking at fires. You notice what fireplaces look like. The back of this fireplace appears to have almost like a false back. Like it looks like it maybe could lead to another room. Judge.
Yeah.
You can't see with a 22 any ingots on this person. However, Mirabelle, you see this room or this door to another room as, it's a false back.
I whisper this to Elirr and like, come on, let's try push the back.
Oh.
And then I'm trying to push the back on like the right hand side, hoping that it sort of flips.
Perfect. The two strongest characters.
It appears to be locked. However, I messed up here. Judge, you do see one thing on this hood. There appears to be a key.
I will grab the key and I'll just be like, I found a key here if anybody... This might just unlock the door or something, but...
The Warforged also doesn't appear phased by this at all, by the way. As you reach towards it, you pull the key off. Basically, it looked like basically the hood has almost like a badge on it that looks like it's attaching it to his body.
Yeah.
And on the other side, it looks like a clip initially, but it's actually a key. Yes.
Anybody...
Yes, Judge. Come here with the key.
Yes.
I might be able to use it here.
I'll bring the key over to Mirabelle.
Very nice.
I guess I'll just try to look for a keyhole.
There is a keyhole in the top left. I presume...
And we...
Yes. Perfect. You unlock the door. What did you...
Look. Is it... I mean... Do we need to, like, crawl inside or something?
No, the fireplace is quite tall. It comes up to, like, your head
Oh.
height. So it looks like almost like a back door.
Well, I guess we go in here then, no?
Sure. Can we open
Perfect.
it?
Yeah.
Lead the way.
You guys can open it when you're ready.
Whoops.
What the fuck?
Perfect. As you open the door, it appears to be a room with a river of lava across it. Opposite is a gnome face. Looks like it's been carved out of stone. Can I have a history check, please, from both of you as you step through, as you see this face? A 16 from Elirr, and a 13 from Mirabelle. Elirr, you recognize this to be the statue carving of the likeness of Thistledown, god of knowledge. On your left,
Okay.
Mirabelle, as you step in, you see some cogs, some spool, and some iron ingots.
Is this in like a box or something?
It's basically a box that's semi-open with all of the different ingredients that you guys will
I
need.
grab the box.
Start pulling it out.
I give it to Judge.
Mhm.
Here, didn't you need these?
Yes, I think we got all what we need now, thanks to that. Is there? I'll as I peek in and she's handing me the box. Do I see anything like in the room that may, like across the way? It looks like there's like two pillars. Like what
If you
is
want to
what?
see, go ahead.
Do I notice? Yeah, I'll stand in there. Do I notice anything about those two pillars across the way?
As you stand in, you see the two pillars. And Judge, you can see that on
Mhm.
either side are symbols you recognize as Thistledown's like emblem. As you see the opened book with the quill above it. And at this stage, Mirabelle, as you stepped aside to let Judge in, it glows. His chest has this glowing emblem, as both pillars on either side also reflect that glow, as all three sigils begin glowing. Judge, you hear in your head, "Welcome home." That's it. The voice is unfamiliar.
Right. But I know I recognize the statue though.
You recognize the statue. You just
Yeah.
hear, "Welcome home."
I think instinctively, because Judge has seen someone do this in this party. I think he just raises a middle finger to Thistledown as he he is reminded of the bullshit Thistledown has caused at some point in his life, and I think the anger of like what this man has done and what this man like legit lied to him. I think there's this dwelling distaste towards the god of knowledge. And I think as he goes to put this middle finger up, I think he almost like slightly stops himself. And he thinks, and then just in his head, almost like answering, he says, "You're not the one I follow. I don't want to hear from you. Send Hildegard to speak to me."
You see that the sigils on the pillars sort of faintly dissipates as the glow is the last one to go on your chest. The glow sort of dissipates. But yeah, you now have all of the ingredients that you need.
Yeah,
what do you guys
I'll
do?
walk out and bring the ingredients to everybody.
Judge, are you okay? Did you just really give the finger to a statue?
He gave finger to God of Knowledge, Thistledown.
Let's just say, before Hildegard, there was Thistledown. But, obviously me and the God of Knowledge don't see eye to eye very well.
Fair enough. I hope he doesn't come to smite you later.
We can try.
Before we leave the room, Elirr will actually do like a short prayer opposite, I guess, more or less to what he just did. But
Interesting.
Thistledown, keeper of all that is known and all yet to be learned, hear the whisper of a feather adrift. My childhood lies behind a veil, my first years scattered like pages torn from a book. My memories a sky without stars. Guide us in our way.
Very nice. Very nice.
I guess as we go out.
Yeah. As you step out, the door closes behind you. And Elirr, you feel a gust of wind circle you the whole way around, almost ruffling your feathers slightly. And the scent, although you can't place it, you know it's Aethria. It's Skyreach. It's where you're from. you feel like that's something which has been given to you as maybe the next step. Sorry, Diego.
I'm gonna kill the mood completely. As I put the skirt down of this robed figure, and I just turn to Sylas and go, "You should have seen the nuts on that." And I just fold my arms and wait for the rest.
Wait, yes, nuts?
Lots, more than 2. Nuts,
Was there an
bolts.
ingot?
I don't know. I lifted it back up
Actually-
again.
Did we like fetch something for, I don't know, Judge?
It
Yeah.
was like storage room.
As Judge walks
I'll
in
have
with the
the-
crate. Yeah.
I'll set the stuff of crates down. I'm like, all right, let's take it pillar by pillar and just put whatever it's saying on the pillar into this the sphere.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I have 2
I wouldn't-
cogs.
Do you guys start
We'll
putting
get
stuff
to
in?
that. I will go to the first pillar. What does the first pillar say?
The one on your left says 2 ingots.
Yeah. I will put 2 ingots in there.
As you put it in, it almost gets sucked in, floats for a second, and then appears to fizzle and dissipate.
And then
You hear a little bit of a
Alright.
click coming from the door north of you.
all right, someone check another pillar and put whatever's on that pillar into the
I have this spool, so I'll put it back where the sign is.
Okay?
Which pillar did you read?
He
Judge?
has read
This
the
one?
bottom left. Bottom left. This one here.
Alright. Mirabelle,
Wasn't
what
that
does
2
the other
ingots?
one say?
Yeah.
I suppose I'll go to the other one.
You see that there is a single spool of copper wire and a cog on this one.
So I'll just rummage around in Judge's box a little and get it.
Perfect. Yep. You get hold of them and you have both of them in your hands.
And then,
Just chuck it in.
yeah, I'll chuck it in.
I throw
Perfect.
my 2 cogs in as well.
It ends up doing the same thing. Diego, you're actually standing next to the one with 2 cogs as you do this anyways. So yeah, you throw it in. The last
I
one
don't know why
in
we're taking so long.
the top left has a
Just
single
in,
spool of copper
Yeah.
wire on it.
We know what we need. Just chuck it in.
I
I'm
know.
so slow at this,
It's just
guys.
stressing
Come
me.
I know.
Guys, put it in the fucking water sphere. Fucking hell.
Go around and read every
You've
pillar
got
and
the
then
box!
you're the one with it all.
Silas, you have a spool of wire.
I'm not reading all
Yeah.
the fucking.
I have a spool of stuff.
We know what we need in there. Just
Mhm.
throw it in. One ingot.
I'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys put it in. You hear
Yeah,
clunk,
you
clunk,
did.
clunk. The door
Well, let's look.
unlocks. The door
I
unlocks.
throw. I just throw the fucking
Congratulations.
box to the wall.
Congratulations, you guys.
What,
You managed to get all the different pieces and
You got it
parts.
all.
What does the room say to us before we leave?
As you look at it, you see above the room it says, "Knowledge is fragile."
Oh. This is my pen that just stopped working.
All right, I go.
Perfect. Lead the way.
Yep.
It's really fitting because you write down knowledge with a pen. It's fragile.
Yeah. I only got the K down.
You're in an empty
hell happened to
hallway,
this
which
door?
is quite narrow, and sort
Yeah.
of curved above you, and you can feel heat coming from the ends of the corridor. There's a door here. It's a large iron door. It is open, or it's not locked.
It's not locked.
It
All
is
right,
not
I
locked.
just step up to it and open it.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
how long has it been since we entered through that first
It has
tunnel?
been about an hour, coming up to an hour. As you've actually been
Wait,
making
was
good
that- oh.
progress here, but it's been about an hour. Judge, as you step in,
Yeah.
the map may look different to you. However, the forge in the center burns still. A massive
Mhm.
anvil glows at the chamber's heart, bathed in divine fire that has never dimmed. The air around you hums, not with heat alone, but with purpose. Around you, hidden compartments line the walls, their seals forged with care and intent. Around you, the ground has lava deep beneath you. If left too long, the fire feels like it could grow restless. But Judge, as you step in this room, it's familiar. This room is Hildegard's forge. The forge of Hildegard. The one that you have seen her and Kareth standing next to. You stand here, although it's slightly different. It doesn't have the same divine feeling to it. It's unmistakably her forge. In the center of the room, you see a large steel anvil. You see the lava underneath, flowing, crackling. There are compartments that line the walls around you, and a somewhat interesting looking device north of that as well.
Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to the forge itself. If I have to walk all the way around the room, whatever it takes, I'm gonna go up to the forge itself.
Jump it. You can jump it.
Nah, it's fine. And as I walk over to it, I'm gonna place my hand onto the forge itself, and I think part of him thinks like this must have been where he was made. Like this is when they constructed him, put him together. But yeah, there's a part of him that knows it's probably, I mean, from what he knows, there's something beyond this to some degree. And I think that is what he's trying to figure out.
As your hand touches it, you feel a glow on the metal as the whole of your hand glows, almost like magical, divine, radiant energy. It's almost like this itself is a radiant artifact of sorts, this anvil. I would say Ashira and Elirr, you see on a smaller anvil in front of you lies a couple different pieces of metal in different shapes and forms. One looks quite rigid and solid. The other looks much more malleable and weak. Bends slightly as you look as you sort of look at it and maybe move it around. It bends slightly. It looks softer. What do you guys do?
Okay. What's the red thing?
Which red
Or
thing?
is that not something? On the anvil thing?
It's basically a handle of metal. It's got like spool around it of copper wires and things.
I'll just hold on to the metals for now.
Okay, yeah. You pick up 3 different kinds of metal.
Yeah.
And sorry, what was on the table that me, Sylas, and Mirabelle stood near? Is that the orange thing? They all look the same.
I don't see Diego on the map.
I'm here?
I do.
Oh, sorry. These tables, yes. On each of them stands a single solid piece of metal. It looks rock hard, almost like the ingot. It is completely rigid and obsidian in color. The same sits on all 3. All
3 or
4.
4?
All 4, sorry. All 4 corners. The 3 that you're standing next to.
What's on the thing in front of me? What's this thing?
Zell, next to you is what looks to be a bowl. Inside the bowl, standing next to the bowl, looks like a statue carving of a construct of sorts that looks like he's holding out the bowl. And inside the bowl that he's holding sits another type of metal. This one looks to be almost gold. It looks to be something along the lines of gold or brass. You can't make out exactly what it is, but it is a different type of metal.
Cheap gold.
Possibly.
Low quality gold, like 12 carat.
Could be. 10 carat, maybe.
Can Elias see any writing around this room?
Elirr! Ha! You can. Can I have a perception check from you to see exactly what you see?
70.
Perfect. You see that beneath where Judge is standing, in the circle around the forge, it says Thoric Lavamantle's Forge, in her name, Hildegard, in Dwarvish. And it is as you read that, your ritual comes to the end, as you can no longer read what it says.
I will read that out loud so everyone does.
Okay, so what is the plan?
Can I perception check? Is there anything lootable in the room?
You can do a perception check. Yeah, go for it.
13.
As you look around, it looks like there's a couple of metal bits and some like drawers and things on the side, but nothing appears. I'd say you do a quick search. Nothing appears immediately lootable per se, other than metal pieces.
Cool.
I'll have my attention to the rods that is on the table in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I move my hand towards this.
Okay.
To see if it's like a warm touch or is it like actually a metal. Can I move it?
It appears to be metal. You can roll it. If you try to pick it up, I will need a strength check.
Ooh, well, plus
We're
2
failing.
strength. Let's go. I'll use guidance on this.
Okay. So 13 plus guidance.
Should have picked it. 16.
16 meets it, beats it. You manage to pick up this piece of metal. It is heavy and solid.
We're picking them up? Okay.
Diego, can I have a
Heavy,
strength check from
Diego.
you?
Sure. You say it's heavy as I'm just about lifting it. Flat strength? Not
Yep.
athletics?
Flat strength.
Not athletics?
Nope. Flat strength. A 2?
That's not a 1.
That was a 4.
You put your hand on it
You do
and
have a bardic.
you cannot lift it. You try to lift it and you pull yourself closer to the table.
I've got both feet on the table. I'm like
Trying to pick it
trying
up.
to lift it up. It won't budge. Silas, you must have got the easy one.
No, I'm
No,
just
you just
stronger
need
than you
Silas's
are.
guidance. You just need his guidance and you'll do fine.
Oh,
Give
let
it
me
another
try
go with his
again.
guidance.
I guidance myself and attempt again.
Okay.
My once per day guidance. Wait.
Okay.
Wait,
You just need a
plus
1.
guidance.
You just need a 1.
15
No, but I want to see if I did better.
with your guidance is a 17 as you manage to pick it up and hold it in your hand.
See, I told you, it's all in the magic. It's all in the magic.
It's not in the magic. It's like the way you lift it. Lift from your legs, not your arms.
Yes. I'm
Judge.
just working out a little.
Yeah.
As you stand
Yeah.
next to the anvil, you hear it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel first the warmth of her. She
Mhm.
watches over you in this moment. And you hear it. Judge. Think these metals represent strength, perseverance, and skill. All attributes of the forge. Combine them. That's all you hear. As you feel the glow coming from the forge as your hand begins to lose its radiance.
I will just call out to bring the rods or bring those metal pieces here to this forge. And if I see people are struggling to pick them up, I will go and personally pick them up myself.
I got this one.
And I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to get them all onto this forge. That's my goal.
So I need to know what people are putting on the anvil here.
Do you just want every single bit of metal in the room that we see?
No, I want the 4 pieces in the corners.
Okay.
The 4 rods. What she
So I'll
specifically
bring this
and
one.
I'll say what she said to me just then, and I'll relay it to everybody.
I will read
think
this
that-
once over,
Mhm.
and this is as Judge relays this information.
Yeah.
These metals represent strength, perseverance, and skills, all attributes of the forge. Combine them.
Do you think that because there's 4 metals in the corner of the rooms, but there's 3 different medals matching the 3 things that she just said on Elirr and Ashira's table.
But
And
you
then
mean
I
the ones
have
I'm holding right now? As I
the
hold them
ones
out.
the ones that aren't on the table and that
Let's-
that actually
let's-
you're holding.
Let's bring the 3 different types together, and I'll put them all together.
And I have a
The 3 that
fourth
I have?
type.
Yeah, I mean, there's the 4 in the corners, the
Just
one that
everything.
Elirr and Ashira were next, and then the one up top where you're next, Zell. Those are the 3 different metals. Because you have the
Is there a
4 in the
difference?
corners. You have the one in the corners, which are all the same. You have the one to
Obsidian.
your next.
Brass, iron.
Yes. Yes. All 4 of
Is-
those bring them.
Oh, so are the 3 that are on Elirr and Ashira's
3
table, were they all the same metal, or
same,
were they different
yes.
metals?
Yes.
They were
yes.
the same? Okay, fine.
3
In that
types of
case, yeah,
metal.
I'll bring the cheap gold.
And then I don't know if people are able to get the other rods. If they're not, I will go
Can go if you need me to.
and try to. I mean, I don't know how it would be for me, because I'd assume being, the actual, like, I serve her and stuff, and she wants me to gather them. I'm certain I could pick these up
Mm-hmm.
probably a bit easier.
You pick
than
up all the
others.
metals and you put all of them in the
Oh.
middle from the 4
Great.
different corners, the
Yeah.
gold from the bowl, and the 3
Mhm.
from the other anvil. Is that correct? You're putting all of it on.
Yes.
Yes, I put all of it, and I will.
Hmm.
I will just
I
tell people
will-
to back
I will
up.
tell
Like,
you now-
Don't be too close.
I will tell you now, they do not all fit on the anvil.
What you don't though.
You cannot put all of them on. There's about enough space for
Okay.
maybe 4, maybe 5.
4.
Can you not do one of each? You don't need
I
all 4.
I will try
of
one
this.
of each.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all the same shape and same size?
No, they're different shapes and sizes, but I will tell you now, like, based purely on the size, you'd probably be able to get 3 to 5 on there.
Would they resemble, like, for example, a staff, right?
One
You could.
One is like a gold bar, basically, that Zell has
Okay,
had.
it's like an ingot.
The others that you guys have all picked up is like a long obsidian, almost like a handle.
Okay.
And what you have on Ashira's and Elirr's table down south was a softer, more malleable metal.
But is it, like, long? Is it short?
It's malleable and can be bent, but it's quite long.
I'll
Do you
just
think
put one
one's
of
the
each.
handle?
Yeah,
you
that's
think
what I'm
one's the
thinking.
handle, one's the hilt, one's the blade?
Yes,
That's what I'm
I'm gonna
thinking.
put them. Yes, I'm gonna put one of each on the
Okay.
the table, and then as I put them all together, is there like something to like? Is there make it
Wait.
look like something I can smack down onto
Wait.
it, or
Wait, are there any murals on the walls? Have a load of dwarves with 3 pieces of metal.
It's good of you to ask. There are murals on the walls.
yeah? Okay.
We didn't see them
So
when we came
Elirr
in.
didn't see this. Elirr didn't see this when he asked about if there's
When he
writing on the
wasn't
wall.
looking for
He just looked and was like, "Oh, there's no."
He
just
asked for
can't see
writing.
anything else.
Yeah, but
He
like,
asked for
do we
writing.
not see
I
that there's
I walked in with my eyes closed, in all fairness.
Yeah, no.
So there
What
are
does the
murals.
Clearly we
What's the
just
mural
don't
say?
learn.
The murals,
Clearly we
the
don't
murals have a bunch of dwarves standing around
Mhm.
this forge, this anvil. You see pictures
Yeah.
of it around. You see Hildegard or her likeness on one side, at the north behind the gold. You see Thoric Lava Mantle, or a king, relinquishing his crown. You see all of this almost like a history tapestry around the room. What you don't see anything in particular of is the anvils. It's almost like a history book.
Right.
Do we see what
Could I-
metals?
You can't see what metals. You just see the history of what you know. Hildegard being a forge master, Thoric giving up his
So-
crown.
I wonder if it makes sense then if we have to do the 4 the first time, then the 3, then the last piece, connecting it to the whatever the big pieces that we've created. Almost like
Remember,
adding
Judge.
each.
Do it with the right
Yes.
intent, as it said at the start.
Okay, hearing that, I think in Judge's mind, it's like when she says that, I think the thing that hits Judge the most, like what he thinks of immediately with creation, being this Warforged who's kind of been around, and I think in his mind at that moment he thinks of like a symbol of Hildegard, the person who's helped him, the person who had him come here to begin with. The only reason he's here. I think that symbol is in his mind, and I think he looks at his shield, and I think he would, in his mind, the intention of what he's going to try to put together is a symbol for his shield, a proper one that he can place on there to be of
So you're
her.
trying to forge a shield, a symbol for your shield. Okay.
Of her, of Hildegard.
What metals are you using?
The Obsidian for sturdiness.
Okay.
As I think in his mind, it's the protection. You know, the idea of Hildegard, the Forge, is like a sturdiness, strong built, and that's kind of what Judge has been this whole time. He's been a shield for the other people, the people he's been traveling with.
Okay.
The second thing he thinks of is the gold. Even though it's fragile, it almost in a sense represents at one point he was fragile because he didn't have a purpose. But now, since he's had Hildegard in his life and these people, he's have a purpose, and that's that gold ignet. And then the last metal, I think in this moment, what's the one down south again? What was that called?
It's like a malleable metal. It's just
I think
looks like
the
a steel.
malleable metal. I think he will put that in. I think for him, in his mind, that represents how much he's grown since, you know, he's met and gone on this journey of learning about who he is slightly, about what he wants to be, the type of person he wants to become. And I think those are the components that he will put together in making this symbol for Hildegard.
I'll place a hand on his shoulder and just with a knowing nod give him a bardic inspiration just in case it helps.
Okay. Perfect. You have a bardic. Judge, you notice that in front of you on the edge of the anvil lies a hammer, just placed against it. It's her hammer.
Wait. Judge, before you lift that hammer, one thing I've learned in this room so far is that if anything helps with lifting things, it's the spell guidance. Someone should cast guidance on you.
Right. I will go to pick up the hammer. I'll go pick up the hammer.
Okay.
And in my mind, I think in this moment, Judge would really think it'd be cool. And I think in his mind, he just calls up the Hildegard real quick and be like, the hammer you've let me have. Instead of this one, as I'm not worthy to use your hammer. May I use the one that I've carried with me through battles.
You feel it
forge this
glow.
symbol. The hammer?
My
hammer.
Your hammer.
All right, I'll put Hildegard's hammer
glows.
down. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull out my hammer, and I'm going to two-hand it as I place these items together. And thinking of Hildegard's symbol, the one that Myrtle has put in my shield, I just wield the hammer back and slam it down onto this.
You hear the clang of steel. And as you do, Judge, it's almost like it echoes in your mind, like you remember this being forged. You remember that clang on this forge, on this anvil. The first hit echoes through the halls. The lava beneath you bubbles. It's still separate pieces, but they're forming together as they're melding around one another. You see that the malleable one sort of conjoins and stretches almost magically.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I think with each hit, as he's going to continue, the first hit was the first day he met Diego and Elirr in that marketplace. Seeing Evangeline get hit by this spell, the trigger that has led him down this journey was the first hit. The
Mhm.
second hit, as he slams it down again, he's reminded of his connection with Talon, seeing himself in Shroud Haven, but also the beginning, the night at the Grove where they're all sitting around playing Truth or Dare, and just the remembering of forging a bond with these people that he's grown to care about so much, and
Mhm.
that's the second hit. And then
Can
the
I have a
third
wisdom
hit, as
save
he,
from you, please, as you hit it for the second time and the clang echoes through the chambers?
yeah, a 20.
You succeed, but you feel like you almost heard something in the back of your mind.
Ooh, okay. As I go up for the last hit,
Mm-hmm.
my last slam, I think what goes through his mind then is the reason why he's here, the focus, the intent to find out more, to get information, to learn as much as he can,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that information can really help his group, and he wants them to succeed in this mission. He will wing it back and just slam it down one last time.
And as you do so, it falls and you see the obsidian cracks and spreads into the shape of Hildegard's symbol, that very famous looking hammer on an anvil. And as you hit that, can I have a final wisdom save from you, please? As you feel from the end of the room, something is looking at you. From the door over here. Can I have a wisdom save?
I feel something gripping hold of me, right? Is that the wording here?
Feel, you don't know at the moment, you don't know what it is, but you feel something is looking at you from the end of the corridor.
Part of me really just wants to fail it and see what happens.
You can choose to fail if you would like to.
You know what? Judge is here for answers, and I think part of him feeling that creaking in the back of his head. Damn.
Does Zell see the doubt kind of erupting through Judge?
You tell me, Judge.
I think they would see.
You've hit it
because
you hear the clunk.
Throw.
You hear the clunk at the end of the door. I need a wisdom saving throw from you to see if you even succeed before you can.
We can't
choose
react
to, fail.
to saving throws.
A 21.
You succeed unless you choose to fail. Do you choose to fail?
If Zell sees the hesitation,
you wouldn't in this split second.
Wouldn't see it in split second. Okay.
I need a yes or a no.
Think, like, I will choose to. I will succeed in this moment.
Okay.
I think the mission is just what's on his mind.
You feel something. You felt like something was looking at you from the corner, and as you turned to look, you felt like you saw a reflection of yourself for a brief moment, but it wasn't you. You had a kinship with what you saw. You felt like you were looking at yourself, almost like a mirror, but you didn't recognize what was looking at you. Nothing stands there, but the door that you look at begins to clink and change as the door unlocks. I will tell you now, as we're here in this room, if you had failed or put the wrong materials or too many or too little, there was a potential encounter here of up to 3 fire elementals. So very well done.
Right.
You've done very well to avoid combat here. They are a CR. Yes.
Picking up the symbol, the thing of Hildegard, I'll just take a look at it, and then I will connect it to my shield as just furthering that like.
As you pick it up whilst it's still molten, and I imagine you put the shield down and slowly lift this onto it.
Yeah.
As it emblazons the front of your shield, as you gain a +1 to your shield. So your AC goes up by 1.
Yeah.
Which I will tell you now, at level 4, gaining a +1 to AC is nuts. Anyways, for reference, you guys, just because you guys have got to the stage, this was potentially the encounter. So you have done very well to avoid that. It would have been dependent on what you put down onto the actual thing. If you put too many of one or too many of little, too little of one other, it would have brought those forward. However, you managed to avoid that combat. The door clinks and clunks open.
I go direct. I'm directly going to the door, and after feeling that presence, something that felt familiar, Judge is now like, we need to get going.
The rest of you see this.
Judge.
Yes.
Do you feel like the next room could be the final room?
Do I feel that, Mr. DM?
You tell me. It's up to you. This is about your instinct.
Right. I think I will tell them what I felt in that moment. I think potentially there could be. I think I have a feeling we're about to find out something. I don't know exactly.
Based on what you told me last night, I think you should enter that room alone and call us in once you're ready.
It's funny you mentioned that. I've been thinking that the whole time we've been at the city. If things do go wrong, I'll yell out for you guys. And as I pass by Diego once again, I'm going to cast protection from good and evil, from evil and good on him again. Just feeling that radiant as I step through the door.
Okay. You step through the door and see a corridor. There's a split in the road here. I'm going to ask you to stay where you are.
Okay.
There's a split. On the left, there is what appears to be a uphill slope. On the right, it looks like there are pillars. And between the two routes, there's a plaque on the wall in Dwarvish.
I know I said to let me enter the room by myself. Maybe someone who can read Dwarvish should come in here just to at least point me on the right direction.
I will say,
you're telling us to just send Elirr in with you alone, and if something goes bad, then it's only Elirr in that room with you alone.
No, yes.
I will say, as you guys walk through the door, you see on top of the door, it says, "Those who rely only on sight are blind."
Oh, knowing that, I'm going to...
Those who rely only on sight are blind, is what it says.
DM, I'm going to let you figure out how this will work. This is a flavor text for me. You can tell me if this works or not. I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay.
And as I begin to cast this spell, I am trying to see if maybe Hildegard would give me some sort of implication of this is where I need you to go, or this is where you do not need to go, and see if she would give me a kind of a divine.
So you're trying to get a divine sense, basically, on which route is the bit more favorable.
And I'm wasting a spell slot for it, just to add flavor to it.
So just to confirm, before walking through the door, you gave me a warm glow. Within 3 seconds, that warm glow disappeared because you dropped concentration to cast another spell.
Is this concentrate? It is. You know what?
Yeah.
Hey, it happens. It happens. You know.
I'm like,
chill out.
You feel a pull to the left side.
The left. All right.
You feel a pull to the left.
I go up the left. I don't even question it.
Okay.
And I just look back
I need
Zell,
you to do this step by
say,
step from the bottom, please.
Okay. As I start going up this route, I just look at Zell one last time, and I just give him a nod. And
Zell pops his head and say, "Oh, sorry, were you looking at me?"
I need you to go step by step, one by one. No. One by one.
Oh, wait, what?
As you're climbing up the hill here, I need your exact pathing.
I'm just going straight from here.
Perfect. Next, can I have a dex save from you, please?
Wow.
Advantage.
At advantage.
It would be at advantage. Okay. It is your first dex save.
Now I know what we got.
A 15.
Yeah, you succeed as a flaming arrow fires straight past you.
Wow.
Am I in its line of sight?
You would,
Okay.
you and Sylas would both see this flaming arrow fly past as it hits the wall
thank
behind
fuck.
you.
Okay.
I'm fine. Hildegard, let's not make this harder than it needs to be. And I'm gonna take another step.
Okay, can I have a dex save from you, please?
Yeah, sure. Oof.
With a 4, you are...
I will use a heroic inspiration to reroll that.
Okay, interesting.
Oh,
You have a bardic. You have a bardic. You have a bardic.
I have a
you have a
bardic. It's a D6.
Okay, you're on a 9.
A 15.
As you manage to move
Yeah, let's
aside
go.
from it, and you take your next step forward.
Before you take the next step forward.
Yeah.
That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen, Judge. Take another bardic.
All right, thank you. And I'm gonna pull out my shield with now has Hildegard's like,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna with that pointed forward. I'm gonna take another step.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Take another step.
Nothing happens.
I'll take another step.
As you stand next to a large mounted crossbow that appears to be trying to
Yeah.
watch this hallway,
Can I?
moving
Can I?
sentiently.
Can I? Oh, is there not a way to disable?
No.
this? Do I
It's
see-
like a construct, basically.
Wow. I will let it be known to everybody. Like I'll call back and be like, "Hey, there's a sentient bow right here. No one's wielding it. It's
Maybe
just right
sentient
here."
was the wrong word. This
Oh.
is a large mounted crossbow. It is humongous.
Okay, and it's working on its own. Nothing.
And it's working on its own.
Okay.
Judge, can you break it, maybe?
You know what? That's dumb or not? Fuck it. I take out my hammer and I'm gonna go to.
Can I have a... Yeah, let's have a to hit, please.
Yeah, move out of the way.
Yeah, why not? You know, just fuck this thing up. It's gonna be one-handed to have the shield.
Hey, Mirabelle. Do you remember
19
our
hits.
first day with the crossbow?
No.
13.
No, I don't want to think
As
about
you
that.
destroy the crossbow or break it, you hinder it in such a way that it is no longer
Yeah.
firing arrows.
Thank you for the advice, and I take another step.
Yep.
Okay.
As you reach
Straight.
a corridor. The rest of you, as Judge has gone through, are you all just waiting?
Yeah.
But he's not called us
I'm
out
not-
yet.
We were talking.
Idle animation.
Okay.
I
I
take
would like to,
another step.
Elirr.
I would like to look around the room, remembering that this was what I read about in the library, that is
Mhm.
Zorik's Forge, where the staff of Eric Windrider was forged.
Yep.
Just if I can see any remnants of that or anything that would hint to that, maybe something.
Can I have a
left behind.
perception check, please, from you?
Not investigate or something?
Nope. Perception.
Too bad. Well, 17.
With a 17, you look around, you see mostly these malleable metals and obsidian shards and everything else that was used in this ritual. But what you notice is in the bowl where the gold sat before sits a tablet, a sigil tablet. It appears to have what looks to be a volcano or mountains on it. Probably mountains. It's hard to make out. It's a stone sigil.
Can I pick it? Can I pick it up?
Yep.
Just like that?
Yep.
Nothing.
Yeah,
no
it's
checks
just
or
a stone
whatever?
sigil that seems to have appeared here, yeah. There's nothing else that you see.
Cool.
But you now have that on you. As we come back to Judge, standing at the end of the corridor.
Yeah, I take another step.
Yep. Okay.
Nothing happens.
Nothing
And I
happens.
see this path to the left.
You see a path to the left where there's heat and a door to your north.
Heat and a door. And I am gonna go, and there's another door straight ahead.
There's a door straight ahead of you, yeah.
And then I don't see anything to the left. There's nothing.
There's heat coming from your left, and then there's a door
Mhm.
at the end of this corridor.
So, at this point, still having my detect good and evil up, is there a pull I'm feeling? Is it straight up still? Is it to the left?
You don't feel it.
I don't feel it. I just okay. Well, you know what? Straight is best. So I go up and I will open the door. That's right in
Perfect.
front of me.
Yep. As you do so, you see A marble floored room. White stone marble. In the corner, you see electrical gadgets and gizmos. You see an electrical pulse shoot across different magnets in the walls. You see on the left are crates and boxes filled with mechanical gizmos. On the left, there appears to be barrels of oil. In the center of the room sits a large gadget with 4 lights faced upwards, not lit, but they're light bulbs, and a circular metal ring around the outside, and a larger one around that as well. On the floor around it are runes that you don't understand.
Oh.
You see in here the chamber is quiet. Motes of light drift lazily in the air as small, brilliant sparks hum with possibility. Shelves of forgotten inventions line the walls around you. The ceiling above you is a dome shape, obsidian, tall and open. The whole thing looks like a carved piece of obsidian, as the face seems to capture the light of you as you walk in, and it reflects back towards you.
I will call out for the others to start making their way up here as I step into the room. And I'm going to walk up to the middle area here. What do I see on this?
Before you do, I want to ask.
Okay.
Because this is an important point.
Oh, great.
As we are at time, how is everybody doing? I need to know. I'm doing a time check here. Can we go another 20 minutes? Anybody not okay going 20 minutes?
20 minutes is fine.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to aim for 20, but let's see how this goes. All right.
Can I ask shortly? Would Elirr have had time after looking for the sigil thing to do the ritual of comprehend languages?
I would say that you probably went to look as soon as Judge was leaving the room, and you probably had time to at least get most of it done. You're probably a minute away, and by the time you reach this room, you will have that. Yes, so you can read and comprehend languages. Sure. As all of you make your way up, if you could do so by following up straight through the door, you make your way into this marble room. In the center, you see this strange-looking device with runes all around it in celestial sort of golden color. At the back of the room, you see what appears to be a large container. On one side, the left-hand side, as you look at it, is a furnace with ashes at its base. A glass cylinder goes around it. On the other side sits the shape of a mold. It's unmistakable. The mold is identical. Judge, this is where you were formed. This is where Judge was created. The mold of the metal happened here. Or perhaps something more sinister, as ash still lines the bottom of that left-hand side cylindrical furnace-like shape. However, Judge, in the center, you feel a pull. Something is calling you closer to a box at the foot of a holy symbol and a large gadget.
I don't even hesitate. Like, I think Judge is like, he's on a mission, and he's going to walk directly up to that, whatever's pulling him to it, and he's going to go up to it.
Okay. As you reach it, you open the box?
Yeah, open the box.
Judge, as you stand in front of the box and look towards it, all of you would see a black mist erupts out of it. Judge, in this moment, you see in this box is a single button. What do you do?
You know what? I've gone too far. We've pressed the button. We've pressed the button. Yeah.
With that, Judge, as you press the button, Judge falls to the ground, prone. You all see him just fall backwards. as Judge's
Trustful.
consciousness is taken away from him. Judge,
Mm-hmm.
you find yourself standing on a battlefield. In this
Uh-oh.
moment, standing opposite you, you see a figure of a creature you know too well. Standing opposite you, looking at you, looking into your eyes, with vengeful clouds around him, erupting up like smoke, red eyes, and in his hand, a two-handed sword. He looks to you. Its purple glow stretching out. You recognize him. This is you, and you know your name. Gamma. Can I have you please roll initiative for me?
Oh, okay. 22.
Wow, okay, we rolled poorly. The shadowed figure watches you. Give it back. What do you do?
Seeing this being in front of me, I mean, does it look hostile? It
Looks hostile. It looks like it's ready to lunge at you. Around you, you see blood on the ground. You see the eruption of broken trees and dead nature. You see craters. You see the blackened soil of the ground. You know this is Umbrasia.
You know, I thought I'd be someone at least a little bit more heroic. I always fucking despised you. And I run at him, shield in hand, hammer pulled out now. Because I'm going to go for an overhead strike onto him.
Go for it.
As I close the distance. One-handed. A 21.
Hits.
And I'm going to pump using my final spell, a channel divinity, into this strike.
Okay.
As I'm kind of livid with this dude. If it lets me roll. Oh, 23. 23 points of damage.
As you do 23 points of damage on your first hit, and he sort of winces looking at you. Is that all you've got?
You're nothing but a shadow. You're dead. I'm nothing like you. Bring all you got. And I'm gonna stand right toe to toe with him, shield up.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
It is the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Let me just have your character sheet open real quick, because guess who gets to play as you, buddy?
Oh.
Alrighty.
Oh, great.
So, seeing you, first of all, he will cast a second wind as a bonus action, which will heal him up to 1d10 plus your fighter level.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow, he rolled max 15 hit points. As he regains 15 hit points, and then he will attack you with the rapier with a 17 to hit.
Does not hit.
An extra attack with a 10 to hit.
Misses.
He will use his action surge.
Oh, okay, never mind.
To attack you again with a 17 to hit.
Nope, it does not hit. Do something.
Noticing that he's missing these.
Yeah, should be pissed.
He will attack again with an 18 to hit.
He does not hit. As in this moment, Judge is just in a flurry of he hates this guy's guts. Just absolutely bouncing him off. And I think at this point, just seeing how bad he is, how poorly fluid in the strikes, Judge throws his shield to the side.
Okay.
And he double hands his hammer as he just brings it up again and just Yeah, it's a sword. I'm dropping it, and he just brings it up and just slams it down again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna strike him again with my hammer, two-handed now. A 19 to hit.
Hits.
As he then takes 14 points of bludgeoning damage as Judge, almost in a similar fit of rage, just smacks him again, and just yelling out, "What did you do? What did you do?" And I'm gonna stand firm.
He looks to you. I hate you! And attacks with a menacing attack. Can I have a wisdom save from you, please?
Oh, okay. Good at these. 20.
As you succeed,
Yeah.
he will attack again with a rapier on
Good.
extra attack with a 20 to hit.
Well, that would normally hit, but because of my... Oh, no, I threw it to the side. I don't have it.
You did.
Yeah,
You don't have your shield.
I did. I just tossed it to the side. Yeah, it's an 18. It's my armor class now. He hits.
Perfect. And as he hits, he will also cast a Wrathful Smite on you, which is a 1d6 plus the damage.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's 14 plus the Wrathful Smite, which is another 1, so 15 points of damage that you take.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's the end of his turn.
Okay. Judge taking that hit, I think of like a almost like a respect, but still just hates this guy. And I'm gonna swing again, as I'm gonna harness my divine power to get me another spell slot back.
Okay.
As a bonus action. So then I can swing again, two-handed. Does a natural 20 hit, and I'm a divine smite that. Now that I've gained that spell slot back.
Definitely hits as you pull out the two-handed hammer and crack down on this shadow fragment.
24
Get
points.
a radiant extra bonus on your critical.
What? What did you say?
Luriot's boon.
The boon.
Yeah,
From the
you
wolf
do.
guy.
You do get the bonus from the wolf. Luriel
Oh.
said your next crit, you would get the bonus. Does someone want to tell him how much that is? Luriel gave you the benefit.
It's what?
2d8.
D6?
Nope.
I think it's
2d8,
2d8 radiant damage. So if you would like to roll
Holy
2d8
crap.
for me, please.
As I do 11, so that's 35 points of damage.
Gamma,
As Judge
looks to you.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
I think meeting eyes with Gamma, and now this kind of realization, like, I've done something wrong. But in that same mindset, he remembers his friends telling him to be who he wants to be. And I think as he swings his hammer around to just crack Gamma across the skull, Judge just says, I'm gonna be a hero. And he just whacks him right across the skull.
Perfect. As you do so, the hammer hits him. You see it hurt him and then go through as he dissipates. And you feel the light surge through you. And the knowledge return to your brain as you're back at the forge. But before you do, as the knowledge comes in, it floods in like a memory. Everything comes clear to you. And as you sit upright, you begin to see that the cog of the light in front of you begins to turn. The wheel begins to move. The radiant glow of these rune sigils on the floor begin to light up around you. And as the light shoots up, all of you see on the ceiling in this obsidian dome, you see, and that's where I'm going to take you for the first time to something new, as I'd like to invite you to watch along. Before the spark, there was the flame. In the quiet corners of Umbrasia, an owlin boy named Gamma was raised, not by his father, but by a man of honor. Walters, a friend of his father, became the anvil upon which Gamma's values were shaped. With absent blood ties and a present heart, Walters taught him not just how to fight, but how to care for others. He grew, and so too did the light within him. He found love in Willow, his destined love, and together they kindled a family. 2 children, laughter, peace, a life forged in kindness. But every forge has its rust. Gamma discovered that his father, Mordred, once a hero of Shroudhaven, had turned to shadows. Forming a faction named Talon, corrupt and coiled in secret dealings, he turned to dark magics, aiming to accomplish life eternal. One by one, the light of his life was snuffed out. Walters, Willow, the children, gone. And standing among the ash was only Mordred. Gamma fought, but he was not enough. His blade broke, his heart shattered. Beaten, but not defeated, Gamma fled in search of powers that could rival his father's newfound dark magics. Desperate for strength, Gamma stumbled upon a band of adventurers. They hunted a necromancer. There, he found something unnatural, something powerful. A stone, star-forged and soul-bound, it pulsed with forbidden power. He brought it to Ignicia, seeking the legendary forgesmiths of the forge beneath Lava Crest. To fashion a blade, one he had only read about in necromantic teachings. With the fires of the mountain and the anvil of legacy, he forged a weapon worthy of vengeance, and in doing so, fixed the powerful stone into its hilt. He named it Soul Cleaver, but it was no ordinary relic. The stone whispered. It told him what he wanted to hear: revenge, justice, power, lies. The more he listened, the less he remembered of himself. He returned to Umbrasia, only to find that the land had become twisted, that the once sacred grove of Sylvana had been razed by a lich using dark magic, and a name once forgotten now whispered with dread: Morgrith. Gamma knew him by another name: Father. Fueled by fury and whispers, Gamma returned to Shroudhaven. He hunted Morgrith. The lich spurred him on.
Strike me down, and I shall return anew. You know not what powers I now possess.
But with the power contained within the blade, Gamma slayed him. However, his rage did not end there. Blinded by shadow and pain, his rampage continued. The dark whispers began to coil around him as he butchered the town that once loved him. And when the Keepers of Balance came in pursuit of the Lich, they encountered him and put a stop to him, but not before he was able to strike one down. A dwarf called Lava Mantle. The town fell silent. Gamma, corrupted and alone, fell beside them. His body surrounded by death, his hands stained in sorrow, his blood along the cobblestone steps of his family's home. Shroud Haven burned. They found necromantic texts, the blade, the blood, the ruin, and witnessed the power of these stones firsthand. But one god saw through the shadow. Thistledown, prime god of knowledge, beheld Gamma's soul and saw what the whispers had tried to hide. A man broken, but not evil. A soul bent, but unburnt. He called upon Hildegard, goddess of the forge, and Giric, god of creation. Together, they would craft a vessel for redemption from ruin. A vessel of celestial steel, a shell of purpose, housing a soul worthy of another chance. Memories faded, wrath quenched, a spark remained. And now you return to the place where ashes became embers, where Gamma's name fell and spark arose. Shielded paladin of astral redemption and knowledge, judge, defender, redeemed, you were forged for more than vengeance. You were made to burn brighter than your path. And that is the story of Gamma. So, I think as you return and all of you see this, that might be a good place for us to call this session. A lot has been revealed, a lot to digest, and I'm sure everyone will have a lot to say about what they have just witnessed, as all of you in character will have seen this played on the ceiling of this domed room. But that is where we call tonight's session. So thank you all for playing, thank you for watching, and until next time, have a great week ahead.